It is Monday morning, my friends, and look at that. Caught them both sleeping in class.
Because usually you give us you kind of say hey, we're gonna go,
Yeah, I said I was starting. I didn't say anything beyond that.
You said you were pushing them to the intro. So
yeah.
there's a difference.
Well, the intro lasts 10 seconds or so. Actually, it's about 30 seconds, but good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another Monday morning of WhaleWatch. You are tuning in right in time for the Premarket Pulse, where we're going to go ahead and start breaking down some open interest changes, maybe take a look at some NQ levels. Right now we're covering off of its dip to the bottom there. The first thing we're going to start with, though, is, first off, I'm not even going to tweet it out yet because we got a couple of our early risers in here, a couple of our repeat offenders in the audience. We're going to continue.
Repeat offenders is a crazy thing.
Yes, it is. We're going to continue building out the Made episode because you guys subscribed enough during my flash sale to force me to do an entire episode dressed as a beautiful, beautiful maid. So we're going to be doing that in the next week or two. But for now, I'm actually going to hand this off to Anthony because we have some crazy-ass intel flow to look at. Right before the news, I think, with Apple. And so while I butt heads with TradingView, because it won't let me open my damn charts, I'm going to pass it to you, Anthony. Let's look at these 135s right off the bat here. Holy shit. You can just see, that massive profit spike. Take it away, man. I'm going to get my charts fixed back here.
Yeah, these were interesting. I actually caught them before the move, but Intel was already up a little bit, so and it's short dated, so kind of that risky, more momentum chasing on that. But yeah, that 515-135 call, you had 6,000 contracts come in at 74 cents, so 442K in premium. It was definitely an opening trade at the time and they came in right at open there. I mean, I think it was that first 5-minute time slot. They actually hit the tape. Yeah, 4 minutes into the session there. 4 minutes into the session there. And yeah, quiet for most of the day. And then little action there. We don't know what really happened at that 11 o'clock period. But yeah, then you got your news and there's your big spike up to, believe with that spread, it was 735 for a high. So I mean, that's like a 600% gain or so, give or take a little bit, 550. I mean, that's massive move. And then, what a coincidence, you get all this volume here on that spike too, and look at how much of that volume from Friday carried over. Only a little under 9,000 contracts. So I would assume our initial whale here passed those contracts off onto some other lucky couple chasers there, at least on that 515-135 call. And then you had the 522-150 call. Again, 5,000 contracts coming in, $1.25. Only 1,800 contracts at the time were open. Yeah, just a clear opener. And then about 45 minutes, 50 minutes later, there's your spike. And those hit 575 with that spread too. So, I mean, and then there's all your volume most likely exits there because, again, you only had 8,600 contracts carry over, and that whale was 5,000 contracts. So, looks like some handing off on those highs there. So, yeah, just hilarious flow that was found there, just right before the news drop. And I know you said you found a couple contracts too. I know Snorlax posted a couple other contracts as well too. Yeah, this is the blatant, somebody always knows something. I mean, that's just a wild move there. Yeah.
We're going to get an influx of homies. Keep going on those intel. I just spilled coffee fucking everywhere. I'll be right back.
Oh, good job.
I'm killing it on Monday morning, baby.
Yeah, it's Monday, so I mean, that's fine. And yeah, those 522s two 150s actually looked really good when they came in too. I mean, you got your IV spiking, and then it spikes on the large size and premium here at the end. Filling the ask mostly in there. So I mean, yeah, just pretty unusual flow, say the least there. Especially a little shorter dated. 11 days isn't too bad compared to that 4-day out one, but Intel's getting a lot of flow as well too. So you just have all that stuff going on, and yeah, that was wild. I don't know what else we had. Yeah, I mean,
There, now everyone can hear me again. The Unusual Whales page tweeted out those 4 main contracts. You had found one, Snorlax found one, then you found another one, then Snorlax found another one. Dating back, I think, like 2 days, people were building positions into this.
yeah, and I mean they've been hammering calls like
Yeah.
all year.
I mean,
on
Intel's
Intel
been
too.
on
So I mean,
its general uptrend trajectory. What is it like? I can't remember. It was like 200% in a year or some shit. It's over 100% in the last year.
it's up. It's up. Let's see what it's up.
In 6 months, it's up 230%. Year to date, it's up 220%. Dude, Jesus Christ. Damn, man.
Yeah, just.
I mean, just from that
insane.
Apple news, it's up 25%. Like, damn, bro.
The thing can run, man. I mean, that's
We got
Understatement,
only two
maybe.
comments so far here on the Twitter chat.
Both of them appear to be gold related. These
Well,
guys'
no,
rooms
and
are terrible.
there's
I don't
also
even have a
guys
room,
saying-
dude.
yeah.
Who are you? I don't even. What do you mean? I don't have a room. I work at Unusual Whales. I got no room. My room is discord.gg/unusualwhales, the company
we are
Discord.
digital creatures. There's no proof that we exist physically.
I'm just a girl, man.
you will be soon.
Yeah, it will be. I'm gonna have a beautiful, beautiful dress. Those of you just coming in, you guys subscribed enough last week during the sale that I have to do a maid outfit episode. I think I'm gonna be cute, but we'll figure that out. That's gonna be a week or 2 in the making. Got to get my outfit. Got to schedule it out. And
Did you say you were gonna do it on the 25th? I think you're gonna do it on the 25th.
How high do we expect until the run this year? Man, I don't know. It's been chugging. Like I said, on the 6-month time frame, it's already up 220-something%. And it's up another 25% from that Apple news that we were covering this flow from. This flow came in before the news. One came in hours before. Another one came in a day before. And then yet another one came in 2 days before. And all of them printed like crazy. Millions of dollars were made on those 3 positions. They had found another 4th one as well. But, I mean, come on. Timing was impeccable. The one that was day of was a little more interesting to me because, like we were just talking about, Intel's been running for months. It's just straight up and to the right. And so the ones that came in days before could be very much news related, but this guy came in day of.
Yeah, you had
a little
you
less
had
trajectory based, a little more eyebrow raisingly on the timing.
Yeah, I mean 4 minutes into open there, and short dated. They expire this Friday, and then the other one that came in about an hour before the news dropped, just dropping 5,000 contracts on Intel. Why not just randomly drop 5,000 contracts on a name that only had 1,800 open contracts at the time?
Yeah, they came in with premium. I wanna be clear on that too. It's not like these were somebody buying 200 contracts at $1 a piece. This position was like 5 milli.
This one was
that one big order was 605,000.
No.
Crazy shit.
And, I mean, that way it came in too there. I mean, nice IV spike, and then it spikes even more here on the big size and premium. That's something you like to see there. That's something you love to see in that flow there. Yeah. I mean, you couldn't be more blatantly obvious, obviously. Jeez, man, it's Monday morning.
Woo!
Oof. It's going to be one of those shows. It's going to be one of those shows, man.
It's just one of those days. It's not about the he said, she said bullshit.
We did, since we're kind of talking about some names from last week, we did have some other moves that we kind of caught too during the last week here. A little tougher to kind of not a lot of action on it, but
TradingView would let me log into my trade. Dope.
it doesn't like you. It doesn't want you to trade today.
I mean, maybe TradeAvate's just having issues.
Yeah, or that too.
That'd be dope.
Where's my oh, okay, never mind. That's we'll ignore that one. That SOX 320 put, it was like one of those like 5-cent, like 35% out of the money contracts that were kind of one of those
Oh yeah.
easy call or put sells.
Guess
there.
what? They got damn close.
Yeah. These lays were really good for us too. I mean, good little move there. 48 they ran that same day. Came up, hit a high there of 60. I think it was a little higher there. 60, 71 there on the 6th there. I mean, so, another good spot. Jeez, man, is this how today's going to go?
We're killing it, dude. We're killing it.
Yeah. Another one of those good
any first-time
finds.
viewers that joined today are just probably, look at these idiots. Can't even talk.
Probably like, jeez, I can't even talk.
You're right.
It's Monday morning.
You're absolutely right.
Monday morning.
And I'm
yeah,
logged
look
in.
at this.
Let's go. Fixed
There you
it.
go.
I
There
didn't
you
fix it. I
And
just
this
kept
one-
spamming it till it worked.
Look at this good one too. This is also from the May 6th show there. 8,000 contracts, most of that carry over. Look at that. And we got a clear exit here too that next day.
Yes,
Because
sir.
look, we got the 65. And actually, I wouldn't say the whale exited, but somebody else was holding a part of those contracts, as you didn't have that full open interest drop off. But yeah, I mean, 50, those ran same day up to 84. We're chilling in the 80s the next day. Plenty of time to kind of do that. And this is one that kind of looking back on right now too. We were looking at Intel call sells. That's probably, one that we were kind of questionable about there. 70, but these dropped to let's see. I think these may have just been, I don't know why I have them marked down as call sells. I feel like we probably would not have wanted to, probably because of that little IV drop there.
Maybe
But
that little IV
I
drop
think
threw
we
you
kind of,
off there.
yeah, I think we kind of just talked about it possibly being one, but like we would not short Intel or sell
No,
Intel
God, no.
calls.
No,
I think
no.
it was something like that. Yeah.
Even without that news,
somebody-
I wouldn't be trying to do anything bearish on Intel right
Yep.
now. Even without the Apple news.
And
even
and
without
even
it.
these, we were questioning these too. Those cores calls that were right in the money, and we were like possible sells. Look at that, you got that nice little move down there that next day on those. Still, I don't know. Is cores up this morning? Are we up this morning on cores? Let's see. Oh, we're down another almost 2%, 1.6%. Yeah, that was kind of a clean read. Kind of a clean read on those. There was there was an AMD put seller that I gotta show you. Or not put seller.
I didn't even watch
some-
AMD with all the Intel moves. I imagine the correlation held strong though. I doubt it popped like Intel did, but it looks like they had a nice up day as well.
Yeah, I sold a little premium on the calls.
Oh.
Here, I should have took them. Same day, 140. They were down 40% that same day. So I mean, that was stupid for me. I went a little further out though, so I'm not sweating too bad yet. But yeah, I mean,
The balls.
yeah. Well, it's not a naked contract, so
Oh, you got a covered call on?
yeah. Well, on my little play account there. Bean sent me a contract. He wanted me to take a peek at these CVSs here quick, the 618.92 and a halves.
Yeah. Our incumbent Bean Man.
Let's see.
Why is he incumbent?
Because he's been there for forever.
Yeah.
You think he's gonna lose his station, Tucker? He is the incumbent Bean Man.
Is there competition for Bean Man?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
And Bean Man wins
I
every
would,
time. It feels a little bit like a special elections and authoritarian regimes where people vote, they just all vote for Bean Man.
That's funny.
It's Monday, dude. I'm trying. I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying. It's falling
Yeah,
flat, but I'm trying.
I don't have any. I
We'll
don't
work
have
our way
any
up
dang
to it.
cat. I don't have any caffeine.
Oh,
in
I
the
just
house.
burned the shit out of
Right.
myself with coffee now. I'm
I
not
gotta-
going to drink my coffee. You know what? I spilled it, and I just scalded my lips. Let's look at CVS.
Yeah, the CVS's at first they're a little kind of muddy here. I do like how that spot price does kind of increase in here a little bit. Just IV kind of bouncing around. Spot is kind of filling at that ask there, not really an above the ask. It's just a goofy filling. Look at that bid ask spread on here, Nick. Look at that. Yeah, I think Bean had me look at this one in real
That's
time. I
some
was like,
weirdo
yeah,
shit.
just
Whenever this
just
happens,
because
99.9% of the time it's on the exchange. And sometimes like
yeah.
and we talk about it too. We talk about like above ask, below bid. They're basically meaningless. I'll let me find that article for you, Tucker, just to share in the couple of chats here.
Excellent.
There's a pretty good reason why we don't carry an above ask, below bid. This breaks it down. Essentially, it's meaningless. It doesn't mean more aggressive buying if it's above the ask than it would if it were at the ask. It doesn't mean more aggressive selling below the bid than at the bid, because technically you can't be outside of the NBBO, the National Bid Best Offer. You can't. It's not a thing. So what happens when those fire is it's essentially a market maker manually matching a buyer. And if you read that article Tucker's going to drop in the chats here, our man Dan on the Unusual Whales team whipped this up. Much smarter man than I. There's another article on the same topic. If you just search below bid in the search bar, it'll come up. Written by Snorlax that does the same. This one, kind of dry. It's all text. But it explains why we don't have that filter and why it's, meaningless, ultimately. Doesn't necessarily mean it's not a good trade. It's just not more aggressive than it would be at ask. So if you see above ask, below bid fills, regard them as at bid, at ask. This one, though, I don't even know how that happens. It's definitely an exchange thing. This would be occurring much more frequently if it was a display issue on the site. I got nothing, bro.
They were like that in the broker when they came in, because I was looking at them live when Bean sent them over. I was like, what is going on? Like I couldn't wrap my head.
Oh, so
I'm
like the actual chain when you were looking at your broker was like that too? That's so weird.
It was really odd. And I mean I'd probably avoid it just cause when
do you even try?
No. I mean I'd assume they're buy to open there. I mean that's kind of
I'm
the
gonna
only
see if I can take a sip
there.
of my coffee without harming myself or making a mess.
Let's see.
All right, baby, we're back.
Did you do it? Oh my god.
We're back.
Did it.
We're back.
He's
We're
a
locked
big boy
in.
now.
We're locked in. We're locked in. We've got 6 minutes until the open. I didn't hurt myself. I made it through one sip of coffee without a tragedy. That means the trading's going to be good this morning. Right?
Oh, please.
Right. That's it, right?
Please give me a nice, good setup. I don't know.
Hey, real quick, actually. Real quick. I just want to point something out that makes you guys really awesome. Everybody hanging out in the chat right now. I know it's early, and I know we're in the pre-market session of the show, but we have caught up to Reuters in viewership.
Hey.
in 20 minutes. So keep killing it and hanging out with us, guys. You're making me look way the fuck better than I am. Let's go.
That's funny. Yeah, I'd probably lean by it. If you made me pick, I'd personally avoid it just because of that goofy, almost ask at the bid and then bid at the ask. I'd avoid it because of that. I mean, if you made me pick, though, I'd probably lean by to open on them. That I know CVS had good earnings that just came out there. They're 2% out of the money, 38 days out. Probably buy to open. Little too risky for me with that bid-ask spread. But yeah, we can look at some open interest if you'd like.
Yeah, we got some time here before the open. And a little bit after open, I'll get us another influx. We'll start popping off some live trades. And those of you who came in, yeah, the pre-market session's kind of just a chill session. Look a little bit at Friday's flow. Look a little bit at what we're moving forward with into the open. We get a little bit more loud once the market opens. But thanks for coming for the pre-market sesh early on. Especially if you're on the West Coast. I don't got that dog in me.
Oh, I barely have it in me for the Central time. It's
But just
bad,
stick
man.
around through the open, everybody. We do flow requests pretty much throughout the whole show. I've been trying to segment it out a little bit to give you something to look forward to. But if I'm being honest, this kind of trading show, until I start popping guests on and having them take trades with their own styles, we're going to have to keep it pretty meshed because sometimes there's no trades to take. Feel me? So go ahead and drop tickers in the chat. Pretty much all show. We'll get to them when we get to them. If you're on mobile watching on Twitter, that shit disappears on your side. It doesn't for hours, so don't worry about it. You know, if you don't hear from us in 10 minutes on the ticker, just drop it one more time. But we're not going to miss it. It stays there. Don't you fret.
These Intels hit my radar. I did sell some Intel put premium over the weekend there.
I'm glad that you sold put premium instead of call premium this time because holy shit.
Yeah. This one, again, one of those blatant kind of put sells there. They're coming in at the asks, but, you know, just kind of understanding contract fundamentals. These are 47% out of the money on weeklies. I mean, the odds of those seeing profit, pretty unlikely. Again, obviously anything can happen, but like again, I mean, if you read this in real time, they're all coming in at that 14, 25, 16, and your IV's technically increasing here at the end, but just again, understanding kind of contract fundamentals. Like if we go here, pop it in the option profit calculator, these things barely have a delta. I mean, absolutely, it's pretty much a zero there. That theta is 5 cents a day, so over the weekend, you have 2 days of theta decay. These contracts are 9 cents, 10 cents. They're about to be worthless at open already, almost. Probably about 2, maybe 1, 2 cents there. But the odds of you seeing profit if you're buying these puts, probably very, very, very unlikely. And again, just I pay attention to that out of the money percent on them too. Just because they're super far out of the money doesn't always necessarily mean it's going to be unusual, especially on something short dated. More likely, I'd say it's going to be a sell then. Now, if these were like 200 days, 300 days out, that'd be a different story there.
Yeah,
but
fair
yeah,
enough.
That's yeah. I mean, 47%
And
out
this
of
is
the
one
money.
that even I don't. You guys see me short futures all the damn time. I don't really short options because I don't have the balls for that, and I'm also not an investor, so I'm not sitting on a bunch of shares. This is the kind of thing I'd probably be comfortable selling. I mean, it's way the hell out the money. They're pennies on the dollar. This is just a quick premium grab, I think, in expiration.
Yep.
Anthony, I dropped you a link. Black Mass Capital requested MRAM. Go look at Friday's volume in this pre-market move.
Oof, 35%
Holy shit.
today.
Now look at Friday's flow. Yeah.
The 5:15:35. It's kind of messy at
It's
the time.
messy, but I'm willing to wager a lot of that was BTO. And it's across all call strikes. I wonder if we have what's our percent multi on these as well. I wonder if we have someone legging into spreads into the week. Because as you can see, a little bit of a pop on Friday as well. They were up pretty substantially on Friday. So that's why I think we're not seeing a lot of that open interest carry over. I think intraday moves, in and outs, passing off. There's 10.5 thousand volume, only 3,800 carried over. I suspect big boy here, a good bit of entries on these three and trimmed out throughout the day. And I think that third cantle might be a quick exit as well. That person's going to be cross, I think.
Oof.
Yeah, market open.
Oh, I was like, hey, what? I was like,
and the value of those just exploded. I was kind of hoping it would happen on stream because it's pretty obvious it was going to happen. It's up 34% today after a 25% run on Friday. Yeah, I mean anything. Excuse me, anything chips related, bro. Somebody asked in chat earlier how long I think the AI and data center shit's going to go. I have no idea. I'm not going to try to short anything chips related at all, but I also think it's getting out of hand and it's a bit unsustainable long term. But I'm not a macro guy. I just know that there's a freight train running its ass off, and I'm not going to stand in front of it. We don't look at meme coins, etc., homie, so no thoughts on whatever the hell that is. Sorry, brother.
What was it?
I don't even want to say the name. I don't like pumping meme coins.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
What did the NASDAQ do out? Yep. Very nice. 100-point pop out the open on the NASDAQ. They're pushing up on the overnight session highs already. They're about 10 points away from the overnight session highs, and they're through it. Look at us go. I imagine Intel's still moving, right? We've got to have some chips just pushing its ass off toward the upside.
NVIDIA.
Yeah, no problem, Black Mass. Thanks for the suggestion. That was a really good one to look at.
NVIDIA's up.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to let Stony Shorts go off today, I think. We've got a nice pop in net put premiums out of the gate, surprisingly. We're sitting in this little range of positive gamma with, honestly, technically most of it built up below us. But it's like it's right below where we open.
Yeah.
This is a pretty wide range of positive gamma. The short demon in me is watching for a hard rejection to retest these lower positive gamma levels, but I gotta wait a little bit here to see how this moves when we get our first update, because this is pretty vigorous. We opened down and they've already taken it back. I mean, we're moving nice. 73.85 was about the open. We're up about 10 points off of that. Let's see what they do here.
Yeah, I'm watching. If we can get a bounce maybe up to that 74.15 for a possible rejection there,
that'd be spicy.
Might not be a bad spot. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, all that positioning is down there. Yeah, eyes on that kind of 73.80. Yeah, it's all down there, man. Yeah, we'll see. I like to give it a couple updates. Usually
we'll be
one
patient.
or two, just to kind of see. Patience.
Yeah, we're pushing again on the NASDAQ, new high of day right up here as well, and another new high of day. I'm not going to preempt anything here. Let's see what they do on any pullbacks, especially as they test 29,386-ish, 390-ish. That was that pre-market high they already took out. I would expect them to hold it as support if buyers are going to stay in control here. But I'm not chasing. We'll see how we set up this opening range and move on from there. And we're right now hitting that 7,400 positive gamma. Net call premiums have taken over from net put premiums to the upside there. Keeping an eye on this. Let's see if they burst right through 7,400 and just turn it right back into support. We kept an eye on 7,400 all damn day during our show last week and the following day, and it has stayed a very strong point of interest. It took them forever to tap it, it seemed, though. I was sitting there waiting for that for hours. All right, let's see if they reject or just squeeze right through it. The buyer's got the juice in them. And you can keep those tickers coming, folks. We see them. Don't worry about it. We'll be going back and forth. No disrespect taken, Stubbs. People don't always know. We're not a crypto show. I got no hate.
You would not want advice.
Do not feel disrespected in any way. Don't worry. It'll be hard to disrespect me. That one guy said our rooms were terrible, and I don't even have a room, so you're good.
We should have him. The guy who said they're terrible. We should have him vote who has the most terrible one, though.
Yeah, mine must be awful since it doesn't exist. Mine sucks. Dude, MRAM. Still going, by the way. Still going. It's up 38% now.
Jeez.
That was a good spot, Black Mask. Good eye, dude. I'm gonna screw it. We're taking a small back tester here.
Ballsy out of the gate.
It's very small. There's 10 points. Oh, I suppose I should have that on screen. Very small. I'm not even going to let it get to my stop if it bounces. I literally just wanted this 10 points or so. We're only in 2 MNQ contracts here. That was a lot of aggressive buying. I'm going to flatten that now because we are right at that area of interest for support that I talked about from that pre-market high. We're right on it. I basically just wanted to short to it, and that's what we did. If they knife through this and turn that back into resistance, I will be getting back into that short, but for now, we'll take our 50 bucks and be happy. Let's see what they do here. They're through it now, but barely. If they back test from below and reject it, I'm probably going to have to take a smaller size short with a high of day stop because that's like 60 points of stop out, and I'm not going to chase, but I still have those areas of interest in the positive gamma down here. Basically, right where we opened is where we're built up the most. We get our first Periscope update in about 4 to 5 minutes here. But don't fret, that 10-minute thing is going to be 1 minute sooner than you think. So those of you who got in on the
man.
flash sale last week, you got in on the ground floor for some spicy shit. We're going to get 1 minute intervals on Periscope. All attributed market maker positioning. The good stuff. All right, here's that back test. Let's see if they hold this on the SPX. How are we built up above? Damn, that 74.25 is still pretty stacked too, huh? I was looking at that on Friday. All right, while I wait for this to play out, I'll let you guys know if I get in another trade. We're 1 for 1, just a little one. Like I said, I just wanted that 10 to 15 points on that. I didn't trust it to hold this support yet, but I also didn't trust it to knife through, so I took that off really fast. We got a nice little 50 bucks there. I'm not going to complain. Right now, I'm just seeing how they handled these two positive GEX levels, 73.95 and the 7400. They just wicked past and rejected. I'm not convinced of a sell-off, even though we have heavy positive below us. That initial candle out of the gate, pretty aggressive buying on both. And right here, we're bouncing on the NASDAQ. Back above, this is where buyers need it. They need it right back above that overnight session high. Rejecting currently. I'm not going to chase a short, though. We're going to be a little more patient here. I got to get better anyway about not just jumping back into trades. But we'll shut the hell up on that. Let's look at a couple of the ticker requests we got. We got a couple of blanket requests. We can see if there's anything spicy coming in this morning on any of those. We can also look at Friday's flow because obviously MRAM didn't have anything for us to look at today yet. It does now, but we had plenty to look at for Friday. So I imagine we'll get something on these. One of the requests was Poet. We look at Poet a lot because it seems to come up a lot.
Yep, that thing has been moving there. I actually did get those 5-15-13 calls that hit my filter this morning here. That is your highest volume contract on the day so far. Looks like a momentum chaser. I already kind of eyeballed it a little bit. Flow looks good. You get your IV spike. Spots filling up the ask here. I mean, I assume buy to open there. Again, a little wider spread, short dated, probably a momentum chaser there. I mean, we're already up 7.8% on the day, so keep that in mind there too. ASTS. Actually, sorry, one more for Poet. That 5-15-15 call. Again, just kind of coming in right at open. This one has a lot more open interest on it, so harder to kind of know what's going on right at open. Could be profit takers, just not a big bang of open or volume right out there against that big open interest. So I
itch my ear. My camera's zoomed in on me like it was a glam moment.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this one, the 13 call here, at least that first chunk there for sure an opener. Now we're starting to see a little more volume come in here. We're starting to spike again here too. Yeah, these look like a momentum chase. I mean, the flow looked pretty good there overall, but yeah, we'll see that one. I'm not big on chasing something that's already up 9% on the day.
Poet
you know,
does these 10% swings too. If you've noticed, over the last 2 or 3 months, we've caught bullish flow into the move up and bearish flow into the move down. You can kind of see it in this profile here. Buying into those calls as price goes up, and then look at that put spike about midway through the drop on the 27th. Then you come all the way back down into that dip. They're buying calls day over day. Here on the 5th is particularly interesting. Look how much net premium came in on both sides during that move back up. And then it stayed pretty neutral into the next day. More call buying the next day during some flat movement. And then we ripped up again on Friday. So someone or someone's is playing both directions of this as price fluctuates. Because over the 30-day, look how many dips and rips it's had. Poet's a fun one.
I wonder, let's just go back a day. I want to see what that put was here. So that 5-15-11 put looks like it's probably that one there. Multiple ask side hits there, and yeah, all of that pretty much carried over there. I wonder, maybe hedgy type, or I mean, I wouldn't assume they were shorting those. Oh no, they could be shorting them. I mean, hard to know. I mean, they're could be buying them back here at 44, but I mean, I'd hope they were shorting them, not buying them, because if they are, they're getting crushed right now, especially on weeklies. But yeah, this one looks like it is kind of that big contributor to that put premium
Oh
from
shit, we got CPI tomorrow
Friday.
morning.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
was hoping it'd be a little
I
quieter
think
today.
today's just 3-year note auction. As far as I know, that's the only news.
Yeah, I think we have. I think we have home sales too. Nothing major. I mean, unless you care about
Just kind of
real
hanging
estate
out in the
stuff.
middle of the range they formed on the open here. There's no position take for me. I'm still very curious about downside with the way Gamma's built up down there. We have a flip. 73.95 flipped pretty firm negative. SPX is taking out that 7,400 currently. We had nice buildup up at that 74.25 we talked about right at the open. The Nasdaq's not following yet. SPX new high of day. Nasdaq not quite. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it.
Yeah, I'm just looking.
That's a nice flip. You can see some of the positive gamma down below us also fell off. We're still having a duel between net premiums. Net call and net put premiums are up, and they're fighting it out. I still want to see if they can turn this 7,400 into a support here for the SPX to give them a shot at that 74.25 that's building. But 73.60 way down there built up, but more of that buildup appears to me moving upward. We had a flip at 73.90 as well. So we'll keep an eye on that. Net call premiums falling off a little bit still, though. Let's see if buyers have the juice. I would like to see NASDAQ take a crack at that intraday high as well. SPX just took it out there, a little bit above 7,400. If the ES is taking it out, I would like the NASDAQ to follow. But hey, correlations aren't always 1-to-1, right? Look at that hold, too. That pullback on SPX was right to that SPX negative gamma at 73.95 with a perfect bounce there. Let's see who wins.
Yeah.
I'm in a small long. I know. Batshit crazy of me to long. But they're forming that W pattern I like to see here. My stop is just below this local low that they set on that pullback. If they get below that, I'm going to start looking for shorts again. But right now, I'm targeting right there. Why? That was the little bit of support they had to the upside earlier before the pullback. I want to see them test that from below, possibly take it out. I'm not going to sit for a new high. I get uncomfortable in longs. It doesn't make sense, but I am who I am. It is what it is. But that's my target. Right about 414s. If we get to 400, I'm going to be hovering the flatten button. If we reject here hard, I'm going to be hovering the flatten button. Let's see what this 1-minute candle has for me. I expect to backtest a little bit. I have the temptation to move my stop, but I'm not gonna. You know what? That's close enough. I'm taking it. All right. What's 50 plus 90? 140? That's a good start to the morning. That's a good start to the morning. Baby, let's fucking go! I'll take it.
Yeah, she's just chugging.
I'll take it.
Yeah, she's gonna chug through that negative gamma, aren't we? All the
Let
way up to.
I won't even be mad if it squeezes without me. You know how I feel about sitting in a long.
Yeah.
Not comfortable.
I mean, I don't mind shorts, but man, I like longs better. I mean,
last week, man, we had that like perfect up and to the right, and I was still shorting that M. I was just going at it.
I mean,
I shorted the high twice, and then the third time I did it, they finally stopped me out to the upside, and that was fine. I went 2 for 3, shorting the most bullish day we've had in months. One of my mentors, Nate, was giving me shit, but he also couldn't be mad. He tagged me in Milt's server, and he was like, "Did you catch that?" I was like, "Who do you think I am, brother?" They just hit what that profit take would have been, too. Look at this beautiful move. Someday I'll have the balls to just sit in it. Someday. But look at that. A perfect tick and rejection of that 414 we talked about. But I'm kind of expecting a little bit more up. Let's see if NASDAQ buyers can push it up and give a new high a day just like the SPX did. But we're in that negative gamma zone. If this doesn't reject, I'm going to expect a little bit of acceleration through it as market makers buy into that move. So we'll keep an eye on that. That 74.25 is still just sitting there, man. It's hanging out.
I hope we get another. I think Wednesday's show was a good one where it was one of those just kind of sit it and forget it days. Those are the fun ones. Those are the good days.
BKS, is that also positive Gex on 7430? Do you look at these Gex levels as support resistance, as price nears, or as targets? And if later, do you give some levels more weight as price attractions? Yes to all of the above. So the general theory behind the negative and positive gamma zones is that on an upward trajectory moving into negative gamma towards positive gamma, market makers will buy into that move. The opposite is also true via that theory, is that in downward movement toward positive gamma, market makers will sell through the negative gamma zones into the move. With the green, those positive gammas being kind of those inflection points. I see the heaviest stacked positive gamma as an ultimate target, but I don't marry myself to it because it can and will change as the day goes along. Market makers are repositioning all day. Everything you see in Periscope is attributed market maker positioning, so that updates as they change. But yes, I regard heavier positive gamma as a bit of a target. And you can see here on the 0 day that Anthony has open, we're still seeing that positive gamma down below us trimming off. Dude, the ES is moving. SPX is pushing real hard right now. It's up 20 points from the open. More now. 30 points from the open. NASDAQ's not following yet. I really want to see NASDAQ take out that high. SPX is setting a new high each time. Tucker, if you can yoink that 8-minute Periscope video and drop it in the Twitter and YouTube chat for our man BK. A really good overview of generally the premise of Periscope and how we're using it. NASDAQ, come on.
You, BK.
NASDAQ, come on. What are we doing here? Follow your brother.
I'm just watching, man. Yeah, and that's a good example there too of that negative gamma when you talk about that acceleration zone. Look at how quick we're moving up through that too.
Yeah, this is nice. We're seeing exactly what I was talking about. They broke into this. Go ahead and zoom in on that and then drag your thing to the right so I can see more of the chart. The whole thing, just the the
Oh,
module.
you want me to
Yeah.
Let me.
I just want to be able to see.
Actually, let me just open up Periscope here for you.
I just want to be able to see SPX because literally what we were just talking about for BK is currently happening. So we're in that negative gamma zone here, right? They broke into it from that test of the 73.95 negative gamma. They didn't sell through it toward the positive gamma level. They held that as support. And boom, market makers are currently buying into that move. 74.25 would still be my ultimate target. I'm surprised we're not seeing more pullbacks here. SPX is just straight trucking toward it. Right here could be a good inflection point, 74.15 for a possible pullback. But like I said, market makers currently buying into the move of this negative gamma zone. I think back tests have a pretty good possibility of being bought back up. But if I was long right now in SPX, that right there, we just ticked below it. That would have been my target. I would have gotten out there expecting a bit of a rejection and a pullback to maybe get back in. They can back test all the way to 7,400, maybe a little lower, and still stay plenty bullish in terms of the trajectory. I want to see in this next Periscope update for the bulls, I want to see these big green bars further fall. These white dots are the last 10-minute intervals of positioning here. As we pull back and go into the next update for the bulls, I want to see these positions down here continue to fall toward the negative side while they build up higher up at that 74.25 and 74.30. But let's see how far they take this pullback. If you guys got long on that shit, good on you. I closed mine a bit too early, and I still think the NASDAQ is just stubborn, folks. NASI is going nowhere near that high relative to what the SPX just did. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on this as well. Maybe take a couple peeks over at the Mag 7, especially tech, to see who's stalling this out for the NASDAQ. Because SPX juiced to that new high of day.
Yeah,
if target, then good trade to buy calls into that target or puts. It depends, man. I got to see how it reacts. When I short something, I need to see a clean rejection at those inflection points to be comfortable with it. With longs, I'm not much a momentum trader. So if we break through those target levels, there's no shot on buying calls at the high. But yeah, that general premise can be true. Now, that said, on that 74.15 rejection, I wouldn't have shorted because the trajectory is so vigorously upward. We're seeing those positive positions below us fall off while they build up above us. That just would have been my target to be happy with my trade. Pullbacks, I think, get bought up for now, but we'll see. They're not quite back to that high of day, but they got damn close to it. Yeah, right here, after it hits that initial target, which is that big negative gamma, basically the last bastion for them to keep squeezing it, how I trade Periscope. If they squeeze through that and then backtest the support, I could see the argument for a long, but we just trucked 30 points nonstop with one tiny 5-point pullback. I wouldn't be comfortable shorting until they reverse below that support, and that support's way down at that 7,400. So basically, I wouldn't have the balls to sit in a short for more than a minute or two. This is the kind of day where if I'm shorting these pops, I'm in and out fast. You can't get married to a position when we have this kind of momentum. All right. A little bit of fall off still down below, while again we built up at 74.25 and 74.30. Let's see what they give up. Now, real quick, I'm going to flash back to our intro screen because I forgot to put the disclaimer on. I'm going to do that right quick. And mute that music. Don't shadow trade. There's kind of, education, entertainment. There is a delay both to Twitter and YouTube between what I say and when you hear it. I might already be out of a trade before you even hear me enter. Don't shadow trade, please. I'm a short-term scalper. I'm in and out in seconds to minutes. I'm not an all-day holder. Try not to shadow trade. I know some people are going to do it anyway, so I just got to, cover my ass a little bit there. Don't do it. It's dangerous if you're relying on someone else for your trades in general. It's more dangerous when there is a time delay lag on an intraday scalp. Futures will blow your butthole open. Ask me how I know.
I'm looking at one of those requests that we got for ASTS here. Big multi-leg one here. This thing is
I'm sitting on my hands waiting for the
today.
NASDAQ to do something special. So
up almost a little over 7.25 right now. Only really big piece of flow I'm seeing right now. Maybe that 515.85 call here again. Not clear openers, just with that bigger open interest already. Just a lot kind of going on previously in here, and we did have also that 618.130 call. This is a multi-leg trade here. Looks like they were let's see where we are in here. What they do here? Roll down. Oh, there's too much of open interest.
I don't like the open interest.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would they do possibly roll down? I don't know. A little too much open interest on this one already. Yeah, just kind of coming back and looking there.
Pretty hard to tell exit or entry.
Yeah, I'd say probably nothing new on ASTS today. How about this?
It's been a bullish SOB call? Though. Is ASTS the SpaceX competitor?
Space. What is it? Space Mobile or whatever. AST. Yeah. Space Mobile. I think they are possibly.
Word.
Low orb. Yeah. Satellites. Yeah. Yep.
They're trying lesser amount of satellites, more amount of reach, which is kind of dope. I'm into the premise. I know a guy that's been in this shit since like sub $10, but I don't know a whole lot about it. Dude, yeah, some of these guys in the community are just crazy. If you guys are not in the Discord server, you should be. There's people in there trading all day, every day, talking. The Periscope channel especially is banger. I'm just gonna drop an invite link to the Unusual Whales Discord server in case you guys aren't yet in there. There are free channels if you're not a subscriber, so don't worry about that. You won't have access to Periscope or the private, what do they call it? The private treehouse. Yeah, the private treehouse. You won't have access to those if you're not a subscriber, but stick around for the show every Monday and Wednesday, homies. We will have some special goodies just for viewers. So keep an eye on our show for discounts moving forward. They'll be small. They'll be spicy. I'm probably not going to be able to do that massive 25% flash sale I did again. But for viewers only, I will regularly have little mini flash sales ranging varying discounts. So be here on Wednesday, folks. I don't think I'll have one today, but we'll keep that a regular occurrence for those of you that stick around and hang out with us.
Can't argue with that.
Nursing Home Groiper is a hell of a username, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild.
That's funny.
Moving on.
But before I get to this GAMB request here, you got your kind of the 7450 grew. Look at that upside or the positive gamma growing upside. I would love if we can get a little retest here. I don't think we're gonna get one here. I'm aiming kind of long up here, maybe about that 7450. I mean, that's up.
Yeah, here's that pullback into that negative gamma zone. I still kind of expect 7400 to hold. As you can see, I did not chase into a short. I don't trust shorts yet. I need to see some flippy poos happen down below before I really get gung-ho. And like I said, they can test a little bit before 7400 and still be holding bullish price action. So if we get sitting down and waiting. Yeah, if we test that far down, I'll probably long it with a stop right below.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tight stop though. I'm a very big coward with longs. I just am. It is what it is, man. I paid my long tax today, 1-for-1 on longs, and that's about what you're getting with me. I'm not comfortable with longs. I don't know why. Patterns are the same. Everything functions the same. It's just uppies instead of downies, but I guess I got a lot of downies in me, so that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to pour the last remaining bit of my coffee that I didn't spill all over my crotch and chair.
Let me know if we get down to that positive gamma. I'm going to go do
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. Don't worry.
Here.
I will holler if I get in another Periscope trade. Right now we're 2 for 2. 1 long, 1 short. Short off the original rejection of that high earlier. That one was a really tight profit take. I sat in that long basically to my target, so that was a good trade too. I could have just sat in it and it'd be fine. We'd be about break even on it right now. But as you guys saw, the Nasdaq's not moving at all like the SPX right now. They just set a new local low. They're kind of rejecting the moving averages now from below. I kind of expected that to W from about here. The bottom of that little quote on, I don't want to call it a shoulder because the W pattern isn't the same as an inverse head and shoulders, but it's pretty damn close. I kind of expected this to hold as support, and now it's I'm shorting it. I will give back a good chunk of my profit if they break through this, and that's okay. Why did I short? They're rejecting that point I wanted to hold as support earlier. This rejection is why. So I'm actually, this candle's about over. I'm not going to risk it for the biscuit here. I'm going to keep that stop really tight. Because like I said, I don't trust full-blown shorts yet. We're up about 10 points here. If they take out this low, I'm going to move my target way down to the 290s. But if they take out literally this 1-minute candle, I'm just going to be done with it. All right. And we're out already. Baby, let's fucking go! Who says you don't short an uptrend? Who said that? Who said that? Dude, SPX is holding strong in this negative gamma zone. NQ is not.
Yeah.
NQ is not. They got right down to those 290s, like I said, right after I said it, baby. That's why. I'm just comfortable with shorts, man. I don't know what it is. I would almost long that, but I don't have the balls. There's not a lot of volume since that pump either. But we're not dropping on SPX like I want to see. Compared to the Nasdaq. SPX is holding up way stronger right now.
Yeah, we'll get another update here in a couple minutes, but yeah, I mean, man.
But you see what I mean? Those of you watching, right now I'm talking about that trade. A lot of you on YouTube and X are just now seeing it. It's fast as shit. Don't shadow trade. Yeah, that could have stopped me out just as fast, and then it'd be pumping in the wrong direction, and if you shadow traded it, you'd be getting your ass beat. I mean, right now you'd be fine. The trajectory's a little down on Nasdaq, but I'm surprised that didn't hold as support. What they're doing right now on Nasdaq is that's the chop range from that overnight session off of the rejection of those highs. It just kind of chopped here until open when they squeezed on up really hard, about 100 points. They tested about the middle of that chop range. That's why I didn't want to go any lower. That should hold as support, and that's exactly what I did. If you recall, I said I want to long this, but I'm a coward. Yeah. And that would have been my target too. It's the bottom of that support that they had earlier. I would expect that to be resistance again, just like they did on that short we took. But now we're vibing. I'm not gonna chase any more into that. That was a good trade. That was a
I'm
good
waiting
trade.
for this update
Yep.
here.
I'm not gonna do anything else till we get a Periscope update.
If you can't tell, I'm
We're
itching to
chilling.
try to find something to get into.
You're chomping at the bit. We're up about 200 on the day. That might be my
Yeah.
stopping point. I got to get better at stopping while I'm ahead. And there's no reason to push it when you're 3 for 3 on the morning. Don't push your luck. Unless I get a really clean setup again. And that long was like the last clean setup in this little local time frame. Right off of the middle of that pre-market chop range. I need clean setups from here on out. We took the risky short. It paid off. This is still kind of trending down on the NASDAQ from those highs. So they really got to take out that I'm going to draw 416 on here. They got to take this guy out right here. This blue line. Buyers need that to become support again. Otherwise, I kind of expect some rejections at the midpoints of these small ranges. Like right about there. 386 could be a rejection spot. This 370 range could be a rejection spot. I'm sitting on my hands till they give me another clean entry. 3 for 3 on the morning, folks. I got no complaints on that. Happy camper. Will not do it without unusual whales. Periscope. Tim P, not yet, man. But I did get permission to start a third day. So we're going to figure out how we're going to do that. But currently it's Monday and Wednesday. We start pre-market at 9 a.m. Eastern and go for, anywhere between 2 and 4 hours, depending how spicy we are, depending on how active the markets are. But eventually we'll be adding new segments. We'll be having guests on the show, having them take their own live trades in the ways that they do it. I really want to give you guys some diversity of thought because if I'm being quite honest, the way I trade is immensely simplistic, which is not a bad thing. If I have too many things to think about, I get stupefied and look stupid as shit. But there are many other ways to use Greeks for trading that I don't do. And so I'm going to start having people on to teach a little bit about that, maybe take some live trades of their own. So just stick around. But for now, every Monday and Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern, I think we're going to slip in a Friday. I just don't know what time of day we're going to run that yet. It would make the most sense to keep it consistent and keep doing that pre-market into market open. But we'll see. We sprinkle in some spicy earnings streams as well in Power Hour. We're doing one on the 20th for NVIDIA. But not every day yet. Hopefully someday. Keep hanging out with us. Make me look good. Make me look good like people like the show, and then I'll be able to do it longer. Any ideas why the cone doesn't show up? You have to turn it on. One sec. Actually, could you just do that quick, Anthony? You're already on the page.
Yeah, it's just
And let me be very clear about the cone as well. Right there, straddle cone on the little sliders.
Yep, you can do
break even, which is just a lines. But I want to be very clear about something with the cone. That is set on a 10-minute time frame, and it's an arbitrary representation of that straddle throughout the course of the day. I know a lot of people like to use it as support and resistance. That's more coincidental than actionable. If you notice, even when we back tested here at the beginning of the day from that initial pump on SPX, where it bounced looks like it's just above the cone, right? But that was also that 74.95 gamma level we talked about right before it happened. It's coincidental that it's hitting the cone. The cone's just a visual representation of that straddle throughout the day, not necessarily actionable, even though I know a lot of people are going to do that anyway.
Man, I'm watching that 74.10 here. We flipped not flipped, we grew like very
to the negative
heavily
side.
there.
I'm still not convinced of shorts in the ES, man. And that NASDAQ is trying to position here. Basically my target from that last short, guys. They're trying to hold that as support at the 340s. But if the NASDAQ takes out that low, I think it's going to get a little spicy. Right now, as a shorter, I would want it to get up to this mid-range 386. It looks like a rejection here, but I don't trust it yet. My setup would want it to be higher, and like I said, I'm only taking the clean ones. This could be another stair step down, right? Just like these were. Stair step 1, 2, 3. It could be, but man, gamma positioning is still moving from below us to above us. SPX hasn't given a shit about a single one of these pullbacks. Only the NASDAQ's having struggles to get back up to those highs. I don't trust shorts other than those short-term ones. Like that last one we took lasted 15 seconds. Tops. And you saw how quickly I got into it. That rejection happened, and I got in a little late. If you're trying to short anything today, it's you see profit, you close it. That's what we did. So I want to see NASDAQ take these out.
I think I found a very nice piece of SPY flow here for you. some SPY calls for you. I know you're excited about taking those. This is just a big beluga, 55,000 contract whale against 1,000 open interest. So this is what I like to see for ETF flow. Very long term on these, out of the money 12%, and just kind of looking at that flow here. I mean, this is pretty textbook. Look at our spot price, our IV. Spot price is still filling up the ask. IV is rising here. Spot price is increasing here. We got a repeated hits ascending fill. These look pretty dang good here. I mean, that fill ascends there, and we end up here again, little IV spike. Not filling directly at the ask there, but again, these look like a pretty clear buy to open to me here. I'm going to actually save these. These are a little longer term, 140 days. Obviously, I'm probably not going to look for...
What's crazy to me is that, like, if this came in 2 months ago, I'd be like, what are we doing here? Well, with the way things have just been moving up and to the right for 2 months now, give or take, with some kind of minor pullbacks, cracking new all-time highs, it seems, every other day. It's not impossible. The irrationality of the markets is strong. I'm not a bear. I want to point out that I do short a lot. I'm more comfortable with shorts, but I'm not a bear. The markets go up, man. Just like look at a 5-year chart on the SPY, and it's just like Jesus Christ. But I really don't think this AI shit's sustainable. So much money's being funneled in the companies, and it's not making money. The only ones making money off this shit are the chip makers, dude. Like, I don't know how I feel about it, but we'll see. I don't see that SPY contract as impossible at all, but I'm also not going to buy it.
Yeah, this is one of those kind of, you know, I'm not good at holding long-term options. Shares are obviously a whole different story, but option-wise, man, I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience for the long options there.
I'll hold long swings sometimes on options. Usually I see my 20 to 30% and fuck off. But if I'm feeling spicy and I got a lot of time left, I'll trim to like half a position, trim down to a third of the position, and just kind of see what happens. SPY, pretty safe bet right now, I think. I'm not someone who would be buying shares of it right now, but that's just because of what I said earlier. I don't trust this AI thing to keep pumping us forever. But I'm not a macro guy. We leave that to the dudes on my FOMC panels for Unusual Whales. They're a hell of a lot smarter than me. I might actually try to get a couple of those guys on here. Johnny Matthews funny as shit.
Get some smart people on here.
Yeah. We need smart people, not green button, red button people. But we'll get that set up. Later this month, I'm planning on having a couple of traders on to kind of go over ways they do stuff. Make it a little more educational. We'll get lower turnout on those, I think, but those of you who are really wanting to learn, those will be good episodes to come to, because it's going to give different viewpoints on how to use the tools.
Hey, I think they're all good episodes to come to, not just those ones.
All right, folks, here's what we're going to do. I think I am content with those scalps. The Nasdaq's trying to set another stair step, it looks like, finally. They did reject that 386. The temptation's there. I'm feeling tempted.
I know. I'm sitting there staring at it too. I mean, this is the thing. I can't wait till we get
73.80 built back up. 74.25 fell off a little. All right, guys.
We got an update. We got an update in 3 minutes. Don't push it. Don't push it. Don't push it. Just wait. Just wait till the update. I see. That's the part that gets me. I can't wait for the quicker updates, because once you get to that kind of 10-minute time span, it's like
excited for the quicker update.
It's like, oh, I'm waiting for that update, but then
J-Lo actually just asked in the YouTube chat any updates on the 1-minute Periscope. It's coming. I promise. That's a priority. They're working on it. I promise it's coming.
Yeah, because keep in mind too, like when I'm at that about that 10-minute time flip there. You're getting data from like 10 minutes ago, or well, this data's old. This data's probably what, like 10 minutes, 11 minutes old there
on the update here.
Oh, I didn't get my update yet.
Let me give my all. Oh no, that was my bad. No update yet.
I was like, I didn't see an update there. It's like like you got the special updates, huh?
Yeah, I got the insider info.
Probably getting it. It's about 2 minutes here. Oh, did we? Oh, I think we updated there. Nope. Okay. Gee, I just
All right,
started seeing
Nasdaq
things.
is trying to take out that stair step. Maybe we finally get the push. Let's see. They held that little range on the bounce as support there. Buyers need to keep it above that. Otherwise, Nasdaq's just going to stair step right back down. There's a little bit of a wiggle there. Uh-oh.
Man, it
See,
keeps rejecting
this is the price action point where I wanted to short, and that's why. You remember, guys, I told you at the top of the show to short safely. I want a test of the midpoint of these two pumps, and that's exactly where they got rejected. That was a nice little 30-point move. Price action plus Periscope is how I scalp, and that's it. I don't use fucking anything else. Anything else. That's why I'm so excited for the 1 minute intervals. They tested that range again. Let's see if buyers can push this above, cancel out the bearish stair step down they just formed, and get it back to pumping. Because SPX is bull flagging, dude. Like, SPX is straight up bull flagging, and the NASDAQ is lagging behind. That's a really good bounce, 20-point bounce off of that rejection. Buyers need to push this above that 386 and hold it as support to take those cracks at highs. But SPX is still feeling way more bullish. The ES is feeling much more bullish than the NASDAQ right now.
I'm just waiting for this update. Waiting for this update, man.
The 1 minutes are going to need
it's
several
gonna be
changes
so
of pants
nice.
at my desk.
It's gonna be so nice.
Several changes.
I've missed so many moves because I wait for that update. Yeah,
That's part of why I combine the two. Is I keep a close eye on my levels in addition to Periscope. But once those 1 minute intervals come in, bro, I'm gonna have to pay less attention, I think, to my levels and more attention to Periscope. All right, let's see if they take that crack at 74.15 on SPX here. We still got a little bit falling off down at 73.80, but it's not substantial. A tiny build up at 74.25, a tiny fall off at 74.30. Nothing has convinced me that bulls will take over. Now, what's interesting, like I said, SPX is currently bull flagging at the highs. We're keeping this tighter range right near the highs. They already held that last resistance as support. But while we're doing this, net put premiums have taken over. Net put premiums have taken over. There are $92 million of out-of-the-money only net put premiums and $122 million of all net put premiums versus negative $64 million net call premiums on out-the-money only and only $39 million in net call premiums. So while we're juicing to the upside in SPX, puts are still coming in ask side. Now, that said, as we're pumping, that doesn't necessarily mean people are buying puts to open, right? They could be buying them to close that they shorted on Friday, right? It's premium based, not necessarily put buying based. That's why you see the volume showing green. There's a lot of S-side calls in the net volume versus net premiums in the puts. But that said, I think people are buying puts. Remember what happened last time we saw this and it didn't change, Anthony?
Yep.
I got the biggest boner of a rejection on the planet, and I never shut the hell up about it because people were yelling at me not to short an uptrend. And I was like, who are you talking to right now? You talking to someone who cares about longs? No, I'm afraid of longs because I'm an idiot. But we're still getting that nice pump in the net call premiums. Don't get me wrong. People are buying calls into this move as well as puts. I still expect them to hit that target, man. That 74.25 is still sitting there. It's not falling off. If they don't make a little M here, that's going to make like a giant swoopy cup and handle and push up, in my opinion. 74.15 is the line to beat. That's about the high of day for SPX as well. I want buyers to take that out because that 74.25, I will talk shit all day if we hit it. Well, did you play it? Well, I played a little bit of it. Does it count? I got to get better at longs, dude.
Baby steps.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it on the show. Like me taking one long, bro. Me taking one long is craziness. Hey, Black Mass Capital. It's funny you should say that. They said I want to learn. Also want to learn the platform you guys are using. Educational streams would be fire. This show's a little educational. You see me giving explanations, etc. The platform is Unusual Whales, the very Twitter page you're on. Every Thursday at 2:15 Eastern Time PM. We have a straight-up educational flow request day with team member Snorlax UW. And his are a lot more educational, a lot less swearing, and it won't have a fat white guy from the Midwest in a maid outfit in a couple weeks. So it's a little more, it's a little more mature than this show. But yeah, we have a more educational one every Thursday with Snorlax UW at 2:15 p.m. Eastern, same place. Right here on X, right on YouTube. And actually starting later this week, I'm going to start popping shit over to Substack too, because apparently they stream now.
Really interesting. Cool. Wonder if it's another crappy,
I'm
stream
debating
type.
whether to do it after the maid stream so we don't scare all the Unusual Whale Substack subscribers away right away.
Yeah.
With the first episode they tune in is to my furry ass cleavage in a maid outfit from the flash sale.
Oh,
That's the
God.
first stream they tune into, and they just never tune in again because they didn't get the context.
That would be terrible.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just I'm hands off right now on Periscope, man. I need to see. It's kind of
So
just.
here's what we were waiting for on the NASDAQ here. Do you think the Nazi bulls can finally give a new high of day, or are they just going to reject that same spot at 415? Let's see what they do here. This has a little bit more momentum, but we're not seeing a shitload of volume with it. We're not seeing anything like the volume of the pump and the sell-off we had right out of the gate this morning. So let's see if they kind of range it in this about 40-point range here, or if they blow off the top and follow SPX finally. Right now, range traders could probably short this down to the 80s, maybe the 60s, but I wouldn't. I'm sitting on my hands. We're 3 for 3 this morning. I don't need to push my luck. We are at about 10:17 Eastern here. Usually I wait till about 10:30, but you know what? We had a damn good morning. Let's go ahead and take straight up ticker and flow requests now for a little bit. If I get a really clean, spicy trade, I'll take it, and I'll walk us through it after the fact. Right now, SPX just set another high of day. NQ's still lagging a bit. I really want to see that 74.25 tap for a stronger short. I'm not seeing really any buildup above that, though. So that's my line in the sand for now. Can and will change. All right, let's see what we got here.
Yeah, I would like to. Yeah, I mean, I'm just hands off right now. I don't like when it's kind of a mixed up. I mean, it is favoring upside still, but man, we're already up, and seems like that price action is going to be a little slow. We'll see though, but
yeah,
we had
up and to the right currently. SPX is spicy. A little bit of net call premium falling off, but like, man, I don't know. Price action straight bullish. I'm sitting on my hands until I get a really firm rejection or we tap 74.25. All right, let's do some flow. And feel free to ask questions about the flow as well as we're going through it, guys. Drop your tickers, drop your contracts. Contracts make it a little easier for us, but we'll find shit if you just give a ticker. Don't worry about it. But feel free to ask general questions about flow as well. Anthony uses more of the platform than I do. He just does. It's true. I basically use interval flow and Periscope, and that's about it. And I'm an employee. That's how much I love Periscope, boys and girls. That's how much I love Periscope.
I mean, you don't need every single tool. That's the thing. I mean, just find what you're good at using, and if it's one thing, hey.
Real quick, boys. I have finished my coffee. The amount that I didn't pour all over myself anyway. So I'm going to take a quick excusing of myself to take a little piss. And we're going to throw this over to, not me, Anthony. And I'll be back in like 30 seconds with a soda.
Sounds good. I will do some flow while you're gone. The GAMB was a blanket request here. I'm just kind of looking at what's coming in today. That 618, 7.5 call getting a lot of action today. A lot of that, at least that first trade there at that 10 cents, 1,000 contracts, we know would have been opening there. Now we're starting to kind of get a little more volume here. I would just want to be cautious and check that open interest tomorrow on that. Different sized candles here. I mean, I'd probably lean. We'll see a good chunk of that volume carry over. Again, we still have a lot left to go on the day. That's just kind of speculating. I would want to be cautious and just kind of verify that open interest. We can look at that first candle here, though, just for the sake of it. Come in here and yeah, I mean, come in and right at open there, 3 seconds after open. Yeah, I also don't have to ask here. I mean, IV is kind of rising throughout here, so yeah, I mean, again, I usually like to let the market settle a little bit at open there. You just kind of see how that IV does kind of bounce around in here. Probably would lean buy to open though on those the ones that came in open. I mean, 10 cents there. They're up to 18 right now, but anything else on the name here? Not a whole lot. And we can go back 1, 2, 3. Let's go back 3 days. Thursday. Looks like that 821.5 call came in 3 days ago there. So 50 cents looks like they were up about $1.13 a day. This whale looks to still mostly be in all of their contracts there. I would not want to chase something that's up 100% though. A lot of really long time on those, the 821.
Bro, famous last words.
calls
Never
here.
forget LPTX.
Yeah. I hate these little fun $5 stocks. I don't know how you guys have the patience to sit and trade those. I'm just like I can't do it.
Oh, I don't.
I can't do it.
I'll look for. I mean, sometimes I'll go around the $5 range, but usually I look for $10 plus, depending on the market cap. I don't like stuff that can be easily manipulated. The lower that market cap it is, the more easily it can be manipulated by big money. Hey, Full Metal
Yep.
Mex, baby, I see you. Welcome back, man.
Welcome back. Looks like we had a blanket request. Yeah, so for GAMB there, I'm not really seeing anything new coming in. Ooh, look at that spike in put. Look at it. It's like, ooh, a piece of candy. Look at that. Big spike in put premium on that.
SPX conquered
0D.
74.15. If they turn that into
getting
support,
there.
74.25 is inevitable.
Yeah, 74.30 is getting. I mean, that's been increasing too for a big chunk of
The
the day.
Nasdaq straight up ranging right where I said it would. I want anyone trading the Qs to get their pop too. You know, it is up about the same amount as SPX, as the ES, but it's not taking out that high like the S&P is. So I would like to see that.
Yeah,
All right, back to the flow.
Yeah. Whatever they do, just tell them to pump Amazon. Yeah, him. So overview, we have earnings today after hours, so that will be interesting there. I would probably take the flow with a grain of salt with us overlapping earnings, but kind of face value, just kind of looking at it here, does seem like they favor calls. They like that 515. Again, a lot of open interest on these two, so who knows what's kind of going on in there. A little too muddy in there.
Muddy.
515, yeah, just it's so muddy. You don't have a clean big spike in the flow there. Well, these 115.27 calls, again, a lot of open interest on these already too. Ooh, look at that. 2,400 contracts. And look at what we have today. Very similar size candles. Look at 261% out of the money. Wow, that is it's a little, little promising there. 260. Would you buy 261% out of the
No, probably
contracts?
not.
They are multi-leg though, so let's just kind of see. Oh, multi-leg involving shares.
That makes me less interested even.
Yep.
I don't know. That seems like an exit anyway. I mean, it's equal size.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I mean, it's coming off that kind of no side cross trade there too. Yeah, I would. Yeah, that's.
And I think this trade's done anyway. Scroll. When did that come in? That came in on the 21st. It looks like. Yeah, the 21st. Yep. It's literally the same size. About 2,500 contracts. Yeah, they're gone. They're gone. That trade's gone.
Yeah.
The size is too perfect. It's too perfect.
Yep.
Hopefully they sold them. and
I mean,
they're
it's got to be
taking
some type of
profit.
goofy. It's got to
But
be
I mean, it's
some
with
type of
shares.
goofy.
It's with shares.
Yeah.
They're probably. I could even see this just straight up being covered calls against their shares for protection, downside protection. And it looks
Anything
like let's
else?
assume it was sold to open on that cross trade, just for the sake of assumptions, since it appears to be being bought to close and it's including shares. I think they took some profit there. That's what I think.
Probably would make sense going into
And
earnings.
Hims
tonight.
is on an up east trajectory right now. It would make sense for them to take their gains on a short while they can if they're worried about it. 250 days is really far out. This person could just be wheeling covered calls against their shares. Not something I would trade. When I see a multi-leg, still tradable in my book. When I see a multi-leg with shares, it adds a little bit more smoke, and I want that clarity. And if they're, buying and selling calls multi-leg with shares, it feels protective to me, not directional. So this isn't something I would have played if I'd seen it.
Yeah, that's again, kind of like you said, the multi-legs aren't necessarily bad. Like I just stick away from them. Obviously, you're already trying to guess 50-50 on one way for flow, then you're pretty much having to guess it on multi-legs there. Obviously, you can kind of get that hint, but easier to be a
SPX
little
got so
safer.
damn close to 74.20 before this rejection. The NASDAQ lost support yet again without making a new daily high. The NASDAQ's just lagging movement-wise with the SPX. We did finally get a good pop in net put premiums again on that rejection, along with more drop in net call premiums. But again, like I said earlier, we're still built up above us. The only real positive gamma until we really get down below 7,400 is at 7,400 even. I still expect that to be support until they show me otherwise, and I'm not going to short until I see otherwise. I'm being safe here. Curious. We'll see. They got damn close to 74.20. That's not 74.25, so I can't talk shit yet. I'm not sold on a reversal quite yet. They need to lose this support range here, which is 74.05 to 7,400. And then hold it as rejection for me to want to be really comfortable shorting down to that 73.80. So right now, still sitting on my hands. We do have some straight up contract requests now. It looks like you got Full Metal Mexes open there.
Yeah, we got Full Metal Mexes up here. Nokia 52213 put at the bid side here. I wonder if he's looking at these to be potential premium sells. Sorry, I'm just trying to post something here. Give me like 30 seconds. Lab ball periscope for like 2 seconds here. All right. So yeah, the 52213 put, so right at the money here, no multi-leg, so I like to see that. Definitely an opener here. So I'm just kind of trying to look here. I'm not getting really any big clues out of the flow here. I mean, you are filling at the bid here that IV does kind of increase when it comes in there. About roughly, hard to know if these two contracts are related to that. I mean, same timing, but it's not connected to it. I don't know if I'd want to actually buy puts on Nokia right now, just with the way it's been running.
In the news, they're doing AI infrastructure shit now too.
Yep. I mean, I'd probably lean short puts on these if you made me pick. I just don't like when they're right at the money and I'm shorting contracts. Just, you have to be very, very, very confident in the flow if you're going to short at the money. Yeah, I mean, they're all coming at the bid there. It's just not a ton of clues in that. I'd like to see kind of some IV fluctuations in that flow there. It does increase
about to make a new low.
when it comes in. Ooh, are we?
Yeah, SPX hasn't pulled back anywhere near as far. The NASDAQ has been weaker all day. I should have gone with my gut way up there, folks. We're down over 100 points from that rejection of 415 that we were watching. But I'm still sitting on my hands here. I want to see how they react on SPX at 74.05 here. This is the first major support that I talked about on Periscope. Right here. 74.05. We're right on it right now. If the buyers can't hold that as a strong support, I'm going to start changing my tune depending on this Periscope update. Let's see. That was a pretty good rejection off 74.20. Now I want to see them reject another level lower from that, and I might try to leg into this. But every drop's been bought right back up, so I'm not chasing. We're waiting here. All right, that's enough of that
Yeah,
update. Let's get back to the flow request. I'll shut the hell up.
Yeah,
Jesus,
the
finally,
Nokia
man.
puts I'd probably lean that they're selling the puts there. Again, just kind of one of those coin flippy ones there with that IV increase. They are filling with the bid though. Do we have anything else on Nokia? How do our premiums kind of look on it? Yeah, nobody really hitting the ask on calls or puts. They're getting a lot of negative net volume though. That is interesting there. I mean, I might kind of change my tune on these a little bit, just kind of looking at that.
On those Nokia?
Yeah, I think these could be buys at the bid. I'm just kind of looking at the last 1, 2, 3 days of Nokia there. We are seeing some bid side call action there. Yeah,
Now
I
keep in
mean,
mind
so
that
far
bedside
today
call
too.
action could very much be
Doesn't-
profit taking over new positions.
Yep.
I am short. Holy shit. I'm going to flatten it already, folks. Look at this shit.
Ooh,
Go,
boy.
baby. We're done. We're done with that. All right, we're done for the day. The reason I shorted, just since I said I'd walk through it, right here, that 315, again, is the top of that chop range from pre-market. I wanted them to reject that firmly from below, and that's exactly what they did, so I got in. I honestly didn't get in until about 293-ish. Here, let me turn on execution candles. I got in that actually a little late. That's why I closed it right away. I don't know how far it's going to go. Execution marks. Oh, no, there we go. I got in here, and my stop out would have taken about $80 off of our wins from over here. But my stop had to be way up at 332 because that was the inflection point to pop back up to the upside. They rejected. And so I waited for this 1 minute candle to finish, saw that they were doing a continuation down, slapped on my order. Honestly, it happened way faster than I expected it to. I was hoping to let it sit on the screen for a little bit, but unfortunately, they knifed right to my target almost instantly. I'm done for the day. That was nice. That was nice. What's our Periscope look like now? And then I'll let us get back to the flow review. A little bit of fall off above, but nothing is building up below us. We have net call premiums knifing and net put premiums popping good and hard. There might be more opportunities here for more of a range trade, back up to test maybe that 74.15 again. But I'm hands off. 4 for 4 on scalping Periscope this morning. I have no complaints about my day. Let's do flow reviews and general question EDU for the rest of the show, folks. We're fucking killing it out here.
Yeah, I'm looking, man. I want to go long. I want to go long a little bit, but
I see it.
I'm gonna.
I see it.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I mean,
Your stop has to be below that
74.25
low.
is what I like.
Because if they sweep
Yeah,
that
I mean-
low, like I said, that's 7,400. I said it earlier, is the last bastion of bounce before they start trying to test those lower positive gamma zones. And they're bouncing it nice and clean so far. Let's see if buyers got the juice to push back up. But the NASDAQ straight up made a new low. Not only that, oh, not quite, actually. Not quite. I was going to say they took out the overnight session low, but they didn't. They got about 20 points from it. But nice bounce off the bottom there. We're up about 60 points from that drop on the NASDAQ. So I'm glad I exited when I did. That position would be red right now.
I
shit.
may or may not have snagged a call there.
Did ya?
too.
Godspeed, homie.
Yeah. I
NASDAQ
am
looks like
up
it wants to
5%
recover.
already.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say
Let's
if they lose 7,400 and it doesn't look like a stop loss sweep, I would close that. But right now, I think you're looking good. I think you're fine here.
Yeah, I'm up
I ain't
5%
worried yet.
on these already.
What's your general stop? Because I know you're still going to be practicing with futures to have less to worry about that. NASDAQ's bouncing nice here. How's
Give me
your
1
position?
second here. I'm up 10%.
That's
on
that
these. Give me
shit,
a
dude.
second here. Let me just close
NASDAQ is at a
couple of
rejection
these
spot,
out.
but buyers are here.
All right.
You take
well,
your tenor?
Yeah, I took my 10. Just
Good
and
shit.
like if it wasn't on the show, I'd be because I'm not doing just like a single
Yeah,
contract
no, you're
either.
fine. You're fine.
So it's I'm
Good trade,
just,
dude. Good trade. That's 5 for 5 on Periscope scalps.
Yeah,
folks.
we'll take it. And I mean, I probably
I
left some
just-
money on the table, but that's okay.
I'm
Nothing wrong with
gonna
that.
zoom in and screenshot this quick because it's harder to see when I'm all zoomed out on my other screen. But that hold of 7,400 was crystal fucking clear. Like, Beavis, look at
Yeah.
that. Folks, right there, literally right there, is
And I got him late
7,400.
too. I got
And
him
again,
late too.
just like I said about that cone, the cone is arbitrary. That is a coincidence that we got close to the cone, but notice how they didn't quite touch it. If you were waiting for the cone specifically, you missed that long. 7,400 was the level. We harped on that level this whole time for a pullback, and they held it. And right now, as we speak, they're about to take out this, which is bullish as shit. If they get back above that and hold it as support again, bulls are back in action, man. I don't know how else to put it. 74.15 grew substantially. I want to point that out. It grew substantially. That is, again, giving me confluence with the idea that bulls are going to try to target it again. That was the rejection point, except it was just below 74.20. 74.25 hasn't fallen off. If bears don't take out that 7,400, I think we stay in this range. But again, the Nasdaq did make a new low. It failed to make a new daily high like the S&P did. Maybe the Nasdaq's just the leader today, and SPX was being stubborn with buyers. We'll see. But right now, that bounce is good.
Yeah, that was pretty much my confirmation there. Just kind of scrolling back there. That 74.15 and then the 74.25. Big updates there. Big
Yep.
pops. Even that
I like to see that.
74.35, that was kind of the nail in the coffin there, just seeing them kind of add up there. And I like kind of getting that, catching a fallen knife is dangerous, but you can
I'll
see
short.
you actually
See, that's
have
what's funny.
good-
I'm not a momentum trader, and I will not long a breakout, but I will absolutely short a dump. It'll never make sense. It's just my brain works upside down, I guess. But all right, let's get back to those contracts.
Yeah,
I think
let's
we're
go
both
back to the
satisfied with our
Nokias.
scalping. I'm gonna be hands off, I think, for a bit. Let's just look at some flow here now.
Yeah,
We
so
got
back
plenty
to
of
those
time
Nokia.
for it.
Yeah, back to those Nokias there, Matt. I mean, again, just kind of coin flippy there. Again, the bid side call action here again doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be bearish, because you can be taking profits on a call at the bid and the stock can still go up there. But that's just kind of something to be aware of there. 3 days there of some bid side call premium. I'm sure our gamma is just reading heavy positive gamma there. Yeah, your net gamma is still all up on the kind of the what we're trading at 13 right now. I mean, that 15 strike has a ton of net gamma on the call side. That's pretty. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to short this name, and look at your expiration too. Just net gamma on that call expiration. I mean, it's just.
And again, the bullish ass news with fucking AI infrastructure. Shit. We've got a shoe company making AI infrastructure. We've got a toilet company taking over consumer RAM. What's going on?
Yeah. So
What are we doing?
man, I keep kind of flip-flopping between here. I'm like, I think they might be short now. Actually, just kind of looking at the overall data there. If I was to short these though, 11 days, I mean I'd probably go further out of the money just to be a little safer instead of at the money. I mean, because you can sell premium 30-40 cents and still be 10-15% out of the money, and the short datedness helps you with the premium selling because data is your friend when you're selling premium. Yeah,
At the money scares me when something's in such a trajectory.
Yeah.
More power to them.
We can.
Too bad they didn't do it on the 28th, eh?
Yeah.
That said, they could just be really confident in the move. Honestly, again, news. They had a partnership happen. They're doing AI infrastructure shit in Southeast Asia, apparently. News is bullish for Nokia, which is really funny to hear as I say it out loud. But I wouldn't short calls. I would be much more comfortable in an at the money put that I sold to open than an at the money call for damn sure. Yeah. It feels silly to me though. It does. That feels like a written contract.
Yeah, just kind of combining that with the other data too.
Dude, that's true too, Black Mass, a dog food company, an AI crypto holder.
That's just insane. Yeah, we can come back and check these in a couple sessions here and just see how they perform there. I marked that one down. Just kind of conflicted on that one a little bit. Um, yeah, and just I don't think there was anything else for Nokia coming in here. Just let me do one more quick little look through. Yeah, I mean premiums are sitting bid side for calls and puts, and that volume is favoring downside or puts. Which it looks like the 618.15 call is probably what's causing that big drop in that call, the net call premium there. I mean, you got 1.3 million trading at the bid there, so that's probably part of that. And it looks like, again, we don't know what this is. I mean, you got the 36,000. We have 93,000 open interest contracts on here.
Could be
Just
anything.
muddy, too muddy.
And
too
if you see also like the volume open interest profile intraday, all of that massive volume that's coming in every day, barely any is carrying over. So we've got intraday shenanigans, we've got positional closures, we've got positions handing off. I would speculate this big green candle back on the 5th closed there. Pretty even size there, but as you see, that volume day over day has been pretty staying the same.
Yeah.
I think intraday shit, handing off of contract. I do think this was a close, this big boy back on the 5th to today. I think today's a closure of it, but it's too hard to tell, like with that open interest.
Yeah, look, it looks similar there, and I mean, you come back another 14. Yeah, I mean, it. Yeah, too muddy, too muddy. Yeah, we'll come back and check out those puts there though on Nokia in a couple days. I probably lean short puts on those again, just after seeing all the
Nasdaq is up 120 points from my exit, by the way. I made a joke in the Unusual Whales server in the Periscope channel about when I close my short, just go long. And I was kidding, but like, bro, that is where I closed my short. In the 240s, and we popped all the way up to the 370s. Damn, son. Well, let's see if they just reject that level again. But otherwise, I think I'm done. I think I'm done trading until the afternoon session, most likely.
You know,
5 for 5 this morning. Don't need to push it, and we have a cipher request as well.
Look at that drop off up here at 74.30. And they kind of built up at 73.80 there, man.
So maybe we get a rejection again at 74.15 to 20, and head on back down there. We'll see. We'll see. Net put premiums are still there, so they're hanging out.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna shut the hell up on Periscope. If I take another trade, I'll harp about it. But I think we're good with our 5 for 5 this morning. We didn't lose a single trade this morning.
Yeah,
we're vibing. We're vibing.
It's pretty good. So yeah, the ciphers from Alvin Leon from. I always keep calling it Twitter. I don't care. I'm never gonna call it X. Like, never, probably. 6,000 contracts coming in against 221 open contracts. Definitely an opening trade. 67 days out. Plenty of time on those. Let's just kind of look at our flow. So these, we'll remove this. Back to page 1. Man, computer's been slow today. It's been slow all weekend, man.
Yeah, your camera was glitching out a little bit ago, too. Might be getting bullied by your ISP.
Yeah. Time were these? Again, 9:20, 9:25. I could have just did the time. I'm lazy. Little wider bid ask spread. They're not too bad, but filling at the ask, we get a nice IV spike when they come in. Let's just kind of zoom through here. So IV's not really changing. Spots just staying at the ask. Yeah, I'd probably lean wide open on these. We do have another 100 contracts coming in at that 252, which now becomes the bid thereafter. Hard to know if they're related there. I mean, 6,000 contracts. I'd probably lean that potentially related here. How else does that kind of tape look like? Because we do have some. Anything after here, though, I probably would assume are kind of tag along people or so. Hey, it's almost Girl Scout cookie season, isn't it? Tag alongs coming up.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that to me right now. Oh,
Oh, that sounds so good.
I need to get a new like no soliciting sign. That literally says except for Girl Scout cookies. Because I don't want people knocking on my door and shit all the time. It's really annoying, but I will pretty much always answer to buy Girl Scout cookies. Every time. I'm a fat fuck,
who
dude.
doesn't want who doesn't not want
For
Girl
real.
Scout cookies?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably lean buy to open on those. I just kind of don't like that IV decrease here at the end. Again, just the
Is
part that
Tucker
catches
still
my eyes.
breathing?
Am I still breathing?
Yeah, that's a YouTube question.
I
Is
think
Tucker
so.
still
I'm
breathing?
here, Patrick. No worries, buddy. I'm okay.
I think he is. Yeah, I just don't like how that IV kind of decreases when that price is going up there. Yeah, that's just the part. But then you kind of have that IV recover. I mean, if this is related to that, and we don't know. Yeah, just kind of. I just don't like the ending part of the tape there. I like the beginning part of the tape, but that ending part there, I don't. Not a huge fan. What else do we have on Cypher coming in though? Let's see. So we are getting put ask side put premium coming in as well. So something else to kind of be
I
aware
wonder
of.
if
And
it's
it looks like it's probably
buying to close. Oh, interesting. Maybe not.
yeah.
Now,
12,
the 18
18.
puts down there could be for sure. But these ones
Yeah,
aren't.
this is
So we know for a fact
these-
this is a new position because the size of this series of orders in this interval that are related trades is significantly bigger than the open interest. We've got a new position here. Yeah, that definitely contributed to the pop in net put premiums.
all right. Give this another try again. I need to reset my modem because my freaking internet's been doing this all weekend.
You're getting straight up bullied.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really too much context in the flow there. I mean, fill in at the ask there. Ivy's just staying up there. Let me just see if it'll let me go back to before that here just to, maybe not. Just trying to catch that flow before this there because we got about 8 contracts, but started out at the bid too, it looks like. So that we technically started out at the bid, and look at that bid ask spread at the time for 40.
Yo, your internet is killing you today.
Yeah, that means I'm not gonna take any more trades.
Yeah.
What's happening there.
5 for 5 is a good place to stop with the scalping anyway, unless something really crazy clean comes through.
Yeah, I mean, I probably lean buy to open. I'm not getting like any major clues there. I mean, you're getting ask side and call and put premium here. That net volume is highly positive there. Yeah. Ooh, I think this is the one you were talking about, possibly. No, what was the one that you were talking about there? Oh, this 18 put here.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
18 put here.
Yeah.
There we go. I see what you're talking about.
That hit bid or ask side at basically yeah. I'm a married to that idea.
Yeah.
That's a good trade.
Just
I think they shorted the shit out of those puts and bought them back today. Save that so I can talk shit on Wednesday if that open interest drops or stays the same.
Perfect.
And why do I say it stays the same? Because if we have an equal-sized order that transacts of that open interest, basically only one person could close that many contracts all at once, the person who opened them to begin with. And if all of that volume transacts and open interest doesn't change at all, that initial position closed and somebody else is holding that position. New positions don't always come in the form of new contracts. They can switch hands and stay open while the initial position closed.
Yeah, that'll be a good one to come back to. Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, just kind of face value wise, I mean, 5,400 here. We still have some open interest. Let's just kind of go back and look. Yeah, this one looks like probably more of a opener. I mean, again, just look at all the contracts traded. No big open interest changes. It's a lot of contracts being passed around in here. Yeah, I mean, the 5,000 there, it could be related to a couple in here. You don't truly know. Like like it looks good on this screen, but man, I don't know. Let's look at the flow to just see if we got anything interesting in it. I always
that one
scroll down
seems
and I
pretty
go back and
clean.
try to. Yeah, this one. I mean, IV pops, spot filling with the ask there. Yeah, this one.
That's probably bought to open.
That's yeah. These look
And they got
pretty
plenty of
clean to me
time.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, 43% out of the money. Whew.
Have you ever thought that the next wave might start with the meme wave? Dude, when memes meme, they meme. You can't really control it. I don't know if it starts the next wave. I don't know what next wave you're thinking of. But
when memes meme, they meme.
dude, yeah, dude.
Holy shit.
Tucker, for those
Very
who were
inspirational.
around during the heyday of meme stocks, I promise that sentence made sense.
No, it does make sense, but it's really funny, and I could make another one of those like inspirational quotes.
Got like fucking 50,000 stocks that are worth $3 or less, just ripping 800% for no goddamn reason.
Oh my god.
Very inspirational.
That's why it's
man.
funny
You
seeing
didn't
like
start-
BlackBerry and Nokia having actual bullish things happening that aren't just straight up pump for no damn reason other than memery. Like it's weird because BB's been having some stuff happen too. Some bullish flow and bullish momentum. Nokia obviously has the news that we've talked about like 4 times today already. Memes are kind of memeing in their own way this time outside of just getting absolutely ripped. So maybe.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting. Yeah. Yeah, so back to Cypher here. Yeah, that gamma again, it's all on the call side of things there too. Same with your expiration. Yeah, I would probably lean that those are buy to open if you made me pick from the
Yeah, I'm not
from
seeing anything that
those
makes me think
717.
these are
Yeah,
sold to
it's-
open.
Yeah, just and combining it with the other data. That's what I like to do too. I mean, if you have a question about the tape on a piece of flow, just look at the other dashboards there. It's you can kind of gather a lot of information from those if you're questionable on a piece of flow there. All right, let's see what else do we got. Oh, we're caught up on the chat. We are caught up on the chat.
Start spamming
That's what
shit,
I like to see.
homies. Give us something to look
Look at
at.
those.
Or if you just have like a
those
general
look-
question about anything he just said or did. I know he uses some tools. I really don't. I don't tend to look at the Greeks of positions I'm doing outside of theta and applied volatility. SPX just made a new high. Bada bing, baby. I told you they're gonna bounce right the back through that shit. I told you.
I cut my stupid Amazon calls too. I got sick of
Oh
those.
no.
Damn. Yeah. They were getting down there. They were down about.
I will be honest.
40%.
I've had an order sitting down there to try to get long this whole time. They never got it. They never got it. This is the rejection we played earlier, folks, on this initial dump. It was a good short. I wanted them to back test one more time before they took it out, and I unfortunately did not get it. So I'm going to cancel that order, and we are actually done scalping for now. Bummer. But let's see if the NASDAQ can finally take out that high. They got another 40 points to go to take it out, but this detract is right back to bullish, man. I told you. I told you that 7,400 was going to bounce its ass off, and look where we are now. We're back up to 7,420, new high a day. See if they actually tap it this time.
Man, I should have held my call a little bit longer.
Bruh, don't do that in
well.
my chat.
Oh well. Oh well. Oh well.
Why
I'll
does
take my
why-
10% and be happy.
Anthony, show them how to turn on the cone again real quick. We got somebody in YouTube asking
Yeah,
how
if
to
you
get
just
that
go
bad boy.
to if you just go to the show filters under that straddle there, you can do the break-even price or the cone or none.
I use the cone, but again, I harped at it at the beginning. The cone isn't an actionable thing. It's a representation of the straddle throughout the course of the day, and it's set to the 10-minute time frame. If you change that time frame, the cone changes. It's just set to 10 minutes. It's a visualization. Not an actionable thing, and you can see they didn't even really get to the cone. But the reason they bounced there was the SPX gamma level at 7,400, not the cone. The cone is a picture, essentially. It's not an indicator in and of itself. But I know people are going to play it anyway. They don't care that it's coincidentally lining up with a gamma level. They just like the pretty color, and that's fine. If it works, I can't talk shit. But I just want to say it is an arbitrary line, essentially. All right. Last chance, buddy. You're gone. Do not spam cash apps in my chat. Fuck out of here with that.
Oh, dang, so I can't do it? I was just about to do
No, you
that.
definitely can't do
Oh, okay.
it. You absolutely can't.
Dang.
He's like, what about my Venmo?
The one that nobody sends money to. You were Jay-Z meme people.
Jay-Z owes me spices.
You're never going to get those spices.
I'm never going to get those damn spices. Bro got rich, and he's not even going to give me my like $20 spices. This guy did. We got a general request for our young core weave.
Ooh,
They hit 7420, right? I'm right. Yeah, they did. Okay, cool. I just like being right, guys. I'm going to be honest. I'm not in a long for that. They never came and picked me up for my long. But being right's really dope, even if I'm not in it, because then I get to talk shit.
So core weave, and they just had earnings last week. So just kind of looking at the premiums here. Yeah, big spike in net call premium today. So let's see what's causing that. Wonder
Dude, if
what
the
this
Nasdaq
is.
plays this entire range again, that's just diabolical for bulls. Look at that rejection real quick before we go to core weave. Right at that same spot at 415. If this plays that whole range, that is diabolical for momentum and breakout traders. That's just fucking rude. That's where I would have shorted again, by the way, just like we did up here. That level is a line in the sand until they turn it into support, and they have yet to even attempt to do that. Every single visit of there has rejected. I still kind of think they're going to bounce this and range it back above, but we'll see. If this goes all the way back down into the bottom of that range, absolutely diabolical to the bulls. But they're bouncing that. They're bouncing that 86. So see what they do. All right, core weave. Core weave me. Bob and core weave.
So looks like this is probably a big contributor to that kind of net call premium spike in here today. This is about 21 million on the chain, so that's a very good assumption there. We do have some previous open interest again on these two, so don't get too excited yet. These might be a little cleaner. I'm just trying to see how this... so it looks like our big whale started to kind of come in here on 128. So, okay, we can see that full kind of spectrum here of everything. Most of that carries over. So this position's been being built. I haven't seen anything really drop off here. Well, maybe 1,000 there. No change. 1,000. I'm just looking for big days, though. Volume 3. So got a 3,000 one there. So, okay, now you're starting to kind of see some of those bigger volume days and not the full carryover in here. It's kind of looking 37, 15, 4. That's an absolute contract handoff day. Then 8,000. Yeah. It looks, and again, these aren't all coming in at the same time either. So it's just a lot of hands trading these contracts.
Speculate.
I was looking at that one at 10,000.
But I think a lot of that open interest was potentially also bought to open.
Yeah, that's what it looked like because they were building that position there from the beginning. You didn't have that full volume drop off in the open interest at all. So,
interesting.
But yeah, I'm just kind of looking at.
Interesting. We could have a little bit of both going on here.
Yeah, speculators.
It gets really hard when you have open interest that high, unless it is crystal clear on the same side of the trade that it started. I don't know that this is crystal clear. I'm just speculating, but it kind of feels newish.
I
mean, I could see this just straight up be trimming into the move as well, because as you see that first big candle with some bid side stuff going through it happened near the high of day. Then it happened again as we pulled back, and again as it started pumping, and then these tiny orders came in. We might be seeing some contracts changing hands into the opposite direction here. But it's hard to tell. When you got 60,000 open interest and less than 30,000 volume, literally every single contract that transacted today could be a positional closure. I'm just kind of speculating based on the trajectory of the stock. Maybe some profit taking if they were long those calls, but I think I think there's some new positions sneaking in.
Yeah, well, that's when we can come back and take a peek at. That'll be a good example there too. Yeah, I mean, just looking at the net call premium too. I mean, like this is probably, I mean, it's a big chunk of that total percent there. 24%. Percent's a pretty big chunk. What else do we have coming in? That 515-120 call. Yeah, again, just
And
a lot of open
contracts
interest,
handing
lot
off
of-
on the 8th too. We had nearly 8,000 volume, only 1,600 carried over. So that goes right back to what I was saying earlier, folks, that just because a position closes doesn't mean the contracts will close. They can change hands, and that's what happened on the 8th. You see all of that volume with barely any carryover. I think some homies got out of their positions on that one. But I don't think it's all one trader is the thing. This time, our carryovers are much smaller. We're not seeing that 7,000 contracts come in all in one individual candle. They're swooping in down here at the bottom of that range. You know?
Yeah, just a lot of messy spikes in there, and yeah, another one of those days that 5,700 contracts traded, we only had 1,800 carryover, 2,600, only 57 carryover.
Yeah, we got a lot of intraday shenanigans on this bad boy.
A little too much kind of going on this one. Just trying to look anything interesting. Yeah, let's see if I can find anything potentially opening. Let's just see. See, maybe this 522-105 put. This is 1,300 contracts against 406 open interest contracts. At least we found an opener, a confirmed opener. Let's just see here. So we got 3.
3, a combination between 3 and 5.
So we are getting descending fill here. Let's just find out where that is in here. 355. So it looks like we're 1 cent below the ask here. A little wider bid ask spread there too. I mean, 40-cent bid ask spread. That is a little over a 10% bid ask spread. I tend to kind of avoid those. Just I'm not a big fan of those because you can kind of get a skewed read, it seems like, because you could be short these puts and you just fill them at the ask. I mean, it's not hard to do that.
Yeah, just a little disclaimer on what he said right there. At ask doesn't always mean it's a buy. It's just a higher likelihood that it is, not a guarantee. So you have to regard that as well. That's something that comes with more practice and more screen time, but something to keep in mind. At ask fills aren't a guaranteed buy.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't have anything that really sticks out that really excites me on it. Especially with all that net call premium kind of up there. Anything else in here? Maybe the 529-101, 1,500 against 30 open interest. Just kind of take a peek. So, I mean, I like these ones a little bit better. Flow starts to come in here, get the IV spike. Spots filling at the asks. Just follow these up. So, again, I mean, what's our price? Our price is staying the same. IV kind of drops a little bit. I'd probably lean these are more buy to open, I'd say, than the other ones. 15% out of the money is kind of far for 18 days. Let's just pop this in here and take a peek. I mean, these probably have a very strong. I mean, you got
actually, I'm gonna make the profit calculator completely full. It's a little hard to see that other side. You're good now, though. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's about a 1-to-1 delta to theta ratio. I like seeing
actually
high
real quick.
theta
Can you close the side panel up at the top? That little arrow to the left underneath the whale, right below it. Yeah,
Oh,
there we go. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this. I mean, if you were actually if you were long these puts, I mean, you need a big drop once you get to like the 14th midweek here. That's the part that I just don't like. I mean, I like seeing a stronger delta, like, mid 20s up to 30, 40 there, and a smaller theta. Because that theta, I mean, and this isn't saying that it can't drop, because I mean, you could get a 2%, 3% drop in the next couple days, and you will see some profit, but I'm just, yeah, I don't know if I want to short something that's just absolutely just pumping there, and that contract also the 101. I mean, it's only, well, I was gonna say it's only 448K in premium. That's a
Only
sizable trade there.
worthless.
Oh no, we were
pennies.
looking at the 200. Yeah, I mean, just when you're sitting, this is multi-leg here, ugly multi-leg. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to short it right now. I mean, it's seen a lot of momentum. Let's just look at the last 14 on here. Yeah, I mean, today's your biggest day of ask side call premium in at least the last 14 sessions. They're coming off 2 pretty down days, and we did just have earnings last week too. How do they do for earnings? We beat? No, they missed earnings. But hey, it hit its implied move there. Hit its implied move by 2%.
Ooh, piece of candy. A little bit outside. Not
Okay,
so significant that huge gains, but significant enough to make some profit on high IV.
Man, I'm just looking at that net gamma to it. It's all on the call side of your strike and expiration there, man. What are we trading at? 118. Man, they've got a lot at that 130. And this comes from open interest too. Just keep that in mind if you're new to joining us. Yeah, man, I don't think I'd want to short this. I don't think I'd want to short it right now. Yeah, I don't remember what the original. Oh, it was just an overview of CoreWeave there. I was what contract was it again? No, okay, yeah.
It was just a blanket request. I think we hit all the points we could there. Let's take a quick peek at one of your filters while we wait to see if anyone in chat has another request. Folks, feel free to start dropping contracts you want to see or just general stocks that are optionable, and we'll take a look and see if there's anything worth looking at. But for now, let's see if we got anything coming in on ours.
Yeah, we'll run in here. Circle a little smaller whale though. Yeah, just not a lot of fun. Oh, yeah, this is already up 9%. So like, I mean, I see this and I'm like, yeah, this is probably a momentum chaser here. I mean, I'm not gonna, but I mean, it's interesting. So I mean, your price is going up here, and your IV drops there. I'm not a big fan of chasing something that's up 21%. Doesn't mean that this isn't gonna run. I mean, that's already ran from 2 up to 232 there. So, yeah, I'd say that looks like a momentum chase there. A little longer dated here. Let's just kind of look for some size on some of these. How about these AV? What about how about these Carvanas here? A lot of volume on the day though, but let's just kind of, yeah, just hard to know. You have 15,000 come in there. You have 5,000 or 10,000 come in right after there, and then we do have some previous. But yeah, like look at how messy this is. You got 20,000 contracts traded on the 7th. You have 3,000 drop off the open interest. That's so. Also, there must have been a reporting error on this one. Yeah, something's wrong with the reporting on that one.
Yeah, if you see strike throughs or those little exclamation points in the breakdown, that means there was either an adjustment to the order after the fact that the exchange reported late, or and that's all it is right there. That's all it is.
Yep.
I don't know why I said
Read the blurb. Read the blurb.
Sometimes they get canceled out entirely. Other times they just swap sizing. But yeah, nothing to panic about. Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, I 4 days and 7% of the money. I know Carvana can move, but did they split? I don't remember them being at 76. I feel like they were just at like 200, weren't they? Or am I crazy?
Yeah.
I feel like they might have just split. I don't know. I mean, if this whale was buying those, I mean,
Yep.
they
On the 7th.
they did.
A 5-for-1
Cool.
forward stock split. All right, 400 to 80.
I was like, I'm pretty sure it was up in those like
Lowers that
3
barrier of
400s.
entry a little bit. Dilute shares a little bit at the same time, but not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah. I've never been a bull on Carvana. Fuck Carvana, but hey.
Yeah.
Rip off artists with their
Um,
cars. Crazy. Crazy stuff.
Like, hey, we'll buy your 2015 for $2,500. Like,
yeah,
there's
flip
like
it for
10
15
miles
grand
on the
or some
thing.
shit.
Yeah.
Get
This,
outta here.
I'd probably assume this was a double dip here. I mean, the original was 49, came back in at 40 there. I mean, they're up at 86 now. I mean, it would make sense to be a double dip there. Would want to just double check that open interest tomorrow. But yeah, these are gone no matter what. How about these weekly avgos here? Just kind of messy. Just not a clean entry on anything there. So I'm going to just pass on that one. Rocket Lab. Just not the best fit. A lot of wide bid-ask spreads here, and just kind of a lot of previous stuff going on in there too. Not necessarily bad, but oof, up another 12%. Jeez. Let's take a peek here.
We got a message from Trevor Clay in the YouTube chat who asks if we can look at the QQQ 712 0 DTE. Now, I'm only bringing that up because I'm not sure exactly how do I find a 0 DTE. I don't think I've done that on the.
You can just it'll be today's date. That's the 0 DTE.
I see. Okay, I know.
DTE being days to expiration.
Got it. Okay, well I found it.
To the homie who asked about how to enter the stock market in Arabic, I don't read Arabic, but Google does.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna type in a link. Nation. That's a really good place to start. A lot of basics, but I don't know if we have the site translated to Arabic or not.
So the QQQ one, it'll be a kind of quicker, easier one here. This one, you don't have any context in here. There's not really a directional bias in there. First of all, you don't have a clean, big ask side whale. So like if you come and look at that ETF flow that we were looking at earlier, those SPY calls there, you have 55,000 contracts coming in. That's a clear opener. Like on ETF flow, index flow, any of that, you're gonna see a ton of volume, especially on your shorter dated expiration stuff. Like this is a clean, clear opener on something like that. But like this, there's so much volume coming in here, and I know Snorlax has a good little drawing up there on his thing about, not all volume is the same. Like, cool, we have 55,000 contracts traded here, but it's all at once, same exact time stamp. We can assume it's the same person. All this volume is traded different. I mean, every minute in here, even if I pop this down to the 1 minute here, this is on a 1 minute time frame. You don't know who's passing off contracts, who's holding contracts, what's going on there. And we did have a little open interest too. So, I mean, is some of this from Friday getting closed out there? Could it be some of this in here? Possibly. We don't know. So, I mean, like this one's a little more messy. Again, not all volume's the same there. Nice and clean. Very easy to just kind of pop back. You can see there's nothing else where this could be getting closed out of. There's only one person that can open 56,000 contracts right now, and we're watching them here. Versus where you have 109,000, like, hey, you might look at that from a volume aspect, and you're like, hey, there's a ton of volume coming in on this. This is very, very muddy, so you don't get that clean kind of read on it there. So I'm going to say I don't see anything really interesting on that 712 there. Yeah, and I mean, you're split pretty bid and ask side anyways, so I mean, it'd be a really tough read, even if you kind of had a big spike there on those contracts. But yeah, so good example there, though. Very good example there, though. Anything in here?
I did take a quick short. Our $200 day is now a $300 day. But I didn't want to flash it because I said I was done.
There you go.
Gonna-
Let me
gonna
guess,
get
you
a-
got in
Gonna get a DM from my
70.
girlfriend, and she's gonna be like, "I thought you said you were done." I'll be like, "You right."
Let me guess, 7420 was your entry, right?
Ish. I say ish because I'm on MNQ. I'm
Yeah,
already out of
okay.
half the
Yeah,
position. I'm gonna close the other half at break even, but at $300 a day, we're vibing.
So 7420 was your Periscope entry
Yes,
target.
yes.
Yes,
My
there you go.
entry was a failure to hold above 29,386, which is that same inflection point that we've traded basically every single trade we've taken today. It's the same fucking spot. Bulls are not getting the breakout they want on NASDAQ so far. It keeps rejecting that 29,415, and they're not letting it break out. But an interesting day.
Yeah, good little day so far. Good day. Look at that. So we're at 6 for 6 on our trades. Can't argue with that.
I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of flow really today. I'm just kind of going back. I'm already back to about the beginning of the day. Course puts coming
Hey, appreciate
in.
you coming, Trevor. That was the homie who asked for the cues.
Yeah, hey, yeah, good example. Great example there. These course puts are kind of interesting to me here. Let's see, a little short dated there, so I might take that back there.
Coors
But
does like to
look at
peek
our
its head
nice-
every now and again, though. I think every couple of episodes we have some Coors to look at.
Yeah. Gotta have cores on the show.
Better than Coors. Fuck that beer.
Yeah.
I said it. Unless you guys want to sponsor me.
Don't say anything you want.
Yeah. Yes. When I was still touring for music, I was sponsored by Miller Lite for a while, and that sucked because I hate that shit. It's piss water, and I had to hype it up and talk about it on stage, and it sucked. It sucked.
It's funny.
I would always have like the wait staff like bring me 2 shots to go with the beer. It's like people will chase shots with a beer. I was chasing that dog shit beer with shots.
Ugh. Wild, man. Wild. Yeah, I'd probably lean buy to open on these here. I mean, we start out at the bid. That bid turns into the ask. You get that IV increase. I mean, a little short dated for me. Have these even moved at all? Ugh. I mean, 2% out of the money. I mean, like you start looking at your other data points, and you're like, I don't know. I mean, there's a ton of ask side call volume coming in. Let's just see what's kind of doing that.
It's exasperation. That's what bulls for NASDAQ gotta feel like, except every bounce fails to break out. Man.
Yeah, I mean, just face value, looking at the highest volume there. I mean, they're hitting the calls doesn't necessarily. I mean, a lot of them have a lot of open interest on them, so you don't get a clean read anyways. I'm just kind of doing a face value look here. Not really. This is probably your best option here. I mean, 62.50 contracts traded at the ask against 22.85 open. So we have an opener, but it's a multi-leg opener. It's a 3-legged ask side call 1-2, and do we have a lot of open interest? Yeah, except on that 6.18.12 there. Yeah, I don't know if you want to do the multi-leg, you can do it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna hit close here and just move on.
We can close that bad boy off, I think.
Cool. Yeah,
we already had some clean flow on cores as well, so the multi-leg's not necessarily written off. We've already had some cleaner stuff to look at, and that doesn't disagree with it on the surface. So I'm not. We don't need to bash our heads against the wall to make guesses.
I'd say this is something that's risky. I mean, it's a counter trend piece of flow for sure right now. Just the short datedness. I'm not a big fan of weeklies just because of that theta decay on those. These are interesting though. We can come back and take a peek at these. I would actually no, because I wouldn't take them. I wouldn't take them just with the data points that I'm seeing.
Fair enough.
I don't even want to kind of waste time on something that's junky like that. There's other pieces of flow that will not be junky. About Nike, look at all that volume on Nike today. That 6.542 put. These haven't really moved too much there. 115 trading about 122. Down already on the day. Yeah, Nike just not seeing a lot of ask side call premium coming in at all. So biggest day of put premium here, at least in the last 14. Definitely looks like an opener. 8,500 contracts there against 372. And when I say definitely an opener, oh yeah, these are all the same time. Yeah, these are definitely an opening trade
absolutely
here.
blasted the amount of open interest there is. I'm with you.
Yeah, these
crystal
look like they're
clear
buying.
opener.
Yeah, pretty crystal clear, like you're saying here, and your IV
Now, whether they're
pops and
bought or not, that's still speculation. But guaranteed new position. That's what that little bag down there means too. Even the very first order that came in, 777 contracts, is more than the volume that traded up to that point in the day combined with the open interest. One order was bigger than those two things together, guaranteed to be a new position.
Yeah, these look pretty good to me. I mean, IV spikes are fair to ask. I'd say I like these there. The only thing that I don't like is you're chasing that something that's down 2.5% there, but not a lot of ask side call premium coming into this name. I do want to save this one because this is a one we can come back and revisit there. I know Nike has absolutely been destroyed recently here. I mean, we're down 2%.
Trevor goes, damn, I'm from Colorado too, and I have to say I agree. If you're drinking Coors, might as well grab a Dasani water. Damn.
That's funny.
Dasani does kind of taste like urinal water, I'm going to be real. Someone just said Poet is up 25%. You're damn right it is. That was one of the first ones we covered at the Open too. It's... Oh my god. It's up $2.50 from the point we talked about those Poet calls. Oh my goodness. Poet, like we said at the Open too, dude. Poet, uppies, downies, uppies, downies. The last episode of the show, we literally said Poet's one of those things you can play the ranges day over day. For now, because we were seeing it happen. People were buying calls right before the pops, buying puts right before the drop. People have been rinsing and repeating Poet for a couple weeks now. A couple months, actually. A couple months now. Yeah. Yeah, it's a spicy one.
What were those Poets that we looked at here?
Oh no, we saw some bid-side puts too, I'm pretty sure.
The 5-15-13 call. Oh boy.
Oh, look at that. We got a little exit. Somebody took some gains on that SOB. Shit, dude, look at that. Damn.
68. Hey, a good little move there.
Yeah.
Was that what? Oh, I hope that's one that
they got about 100% on it if that's an exit. Just under 100% on that red candle there. This guy.
Yeah. Well, that was a nice day for that way. I bet Jay-Z,
probably happy.
I bet he'll hop in later and be like, "Oh, I traded Poet today." Like, yeah, we see you.
Yeah,
we see you, mister.
We saw.
We know.
Market maker ass.
I'm convinced he's a market maker then. That is... Yeah, I mean, that's... Very cheese. Even just a small lotto at 68 cents, man. Okay, I gotta get off Poet there.
Yeah, stop looking at it.
That's gonna bother. And here we come with some Nokia. Oh, look at that Nokia 71716.
Yeah, dude, I told you. I see no bearish argument for Nokia at this time, currently.
Yeah, and I know we were looking at those bid side puts earlier there, but yeah, I'd probably lean that those are bid side puts, especially the way we're moving there. That's a move there. Let's see. I want to look at Periscope. So 74.25 is kind of the next.
Those buyers are stepping in, buddy. I think we're gonna get that 42.25. Now, whether we hit it before the show ends, I don't know, but I am feeling more confident that happens. We're still falling off a teensy bit at those levels, but look at all of the positive gamma we had below us. It's fucking gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
It is gone relative to above. They held the entire potential acceleration zone of negative gamma as support in increments here. Let's see if they can take out this high a day and give us that push to 74.25. But yeah, I told you guys, those dips are getting bought right back up. Sellers are not getting the juice they want. Then again, when it comes to the NQ, neither are buyers. They keep ranging. Nasdaq is probably really frustrating for people who've been sitting in a long from that drop. because it is failing to break out above 29,415 this whole time. It does not want to do it. Rangy. Let's see if they can finally. Nope, rejecting again. Let's see if they can finally do it. I hope they do. If anyone's been sitting in a long in the NASDAQ and they've been patient, pay these men. Pay these men and women. Give them some money.
Price
They
action
earned it.
so slow. So slow.
It does kind of look like inverse head and shoulder into a cup and handle on the NASDAQ. So let's see if they finally get their new high of day. SPX has made like 5 new highs of day, and the NASDAQ hasn't even made a second one. All right, here's 29,415. Do the buyers got it in them this time, or does it reject and range once again? The market's going to keep doing what it does till it doesn't. Rejected here. They held a higher low. Let's see if they can push through it. If I had the balls, I would short this with a stop at high a day, but I don't. We are going to end on a good day today.
Yeah, that's...
Dude, it looks like it's going to range again. That would be so frustrating if this rejects again. Not for me. I'm flat. But, you know, for someone out there, that's going to be frustrating as shit if that rejects again. In any case.
I'd have to see some build up down here if I really wanted to short.
Like I said, any shorts you take. Right now, the NASDAQ's range is a little easier. ES is just kind of up and to the right now. That was a really good pullback. But like I said, I was pretty confident they were going to hold 7,400 as support, and that's exactly what they did to the tick. And off to the races. They're back up by 7,420 again. I would love to see that 25 get tapped so I can talk my shit later when the show's over.
I would love for us to come up here and have like a big, nice purple candle at 73.80.
Yeah, just a big fat build up.
Just something. And we'll see in a couple minutes. We're coming right up to that level. I mean, we're gonna hit that 74.25. You got $4 there. Might hit it before the end of the show there.
The writing was on the wall the whole damn time.
Look at you going long. Look at
I'm not long. I longed once.
Well,
let's be accurate. I longed once.
you still long. You still long. That's all that matters.
It's a start. I'll intraday bull eventually. I'll get there. It'll happen. AG. What do we got going on AG? We can crank out a couple more flow reads, and then I have a couple of things to say about the next couple of shows, build up a little hype for those, and we'll send folks in. Let's look at these AGs. This seems kind of clean.
So we got earnings in 2 days. So this doesn't look like earnings flow to me. I mean, 38 days, probably not related to earnings, but nice IV spike. Spot fills with the ask. These look pretty good there if you're comfortable holding something over earnings. I mean... I'm not a big fan of it, but yeah, I mean, these look pretty clean here. Pretty clean, definitely an opener. 3,500 contracts against 555. Yeah, these look pretty good there. And you're already up 6.77% on the day too. Yeah, I mean, they look like openers. They look like buys to me.
We can look at Baba. Fuck it. You want to pull up Baba, Anthony?
Yeah, give me.
Baba's another one that bullied me. I've shown it on the show a couple of times. Where I fucked up in 2021. I bought Baba leaps at the literal high. Those lost 50% overnight, and it hurt. They were like,
oof.
That was back when I was full time. All of my income was trading, not just some of it, all of it. And they were like $1,600 a piece, and I got 2 of them, and I got $1,600 back because I sold them at negative 50% literally the next day, and I'm glad I did because they went to zero, and those leaps never paid off. That sucked. That was like February or some shit, 2021. I don't remember. Oh, Anthony's head got massive again. The fuck?
Big brain energy. Okay,
is that what
Baba.
it is?
Let's do big. Yeah. We'll go with that. I'll go with that. Why not?
Just making shit up on the show.
Baba. Yeah, kind of. Just lying to everybody. Baba. So yeah, just kind of looking at premiums there. I mean, not a whole.
Oh, it's nothing I can do about it. You just have to be a big head. Oh,
yeah,
well.
Whatever. Yeah, I'm just kind of doing a over face value look here. I'm not really seeing much for those. Maybe these 529, 145 calls. These definitely an opening trade, 2,200 contracts against 627 open contracts. And it's a big multi-leg trade as well. Look at that. But it is a roll. This is a nice, easy one to kind of see there. They're closing out that 522 150, and it looks like they're rolling them to the 529 145. Look at that. Look at me doing multi-legs, man. What
What a
are we?
mensch.
You're taking calls. I'm doing multi-legs. What is that? But we do have earnings in 2 days. Earnings in 2 days. Let me.
I see your request for that themed cybersecurity ETF, homie. That is not optionable, so we can't do flow reads on that. It doesn't have options.
I've got 2 here to look at as well after Baba here.
Oh, never mind. That was not a request for the ticker. He was just literally typing spam. All right, dope.
Good job.
I see you see Bozerka.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that feel, homie. Every morning. I'll talk shit about a level that'll reject like crazy, and then I'll miss it entirely because I'm talking about something else. But thanks for tuning in, dude. You kind of caught the tail end, but you can go back and watch this right where you are on Twitter. It's also going to be on YouTube. So if you missed the rest of the show and you want to see the bullshit we got up to today, you can just click that rewatch once we're done. But we'll keep going for a little bit longer here.
Yeah, I got a couple of requests after this one as well. But yeah, Baba, just not really a clean direction for earnings. Does like to hit its implied move, but kind of either way. So, you know, those calls being rolled out would, you know, just be cautious with the earnings. That's all I got to kind of say on that. You just never know what can happen. But yeah, those, I mean, they're kind of coming back to break even there. But yeah, that's kind of really all I'm seeing there. Maybe that 515 160. Yeah, it's 1,000 contracts. Too much open interest though. Too much open interest. All right, let me see. I've got one here. Let's see. The CoreWeave puts here. So this was kind of to go off CoreWeave here. I guess this is one that must have just hit after we were done talking about it. Nice spike in that IV here. They are filling at the ask here. That is very interesting. This is a opening trade, 100% confirmed. There you got 1,900 contracts coming in. At the time, we only had what, 1,900, so about 535 there. My math is correct.
I didn't hear what you said, so I'm just going to assume it was.
Yeah, no, the 535 plus your 1916 there to get your volume. Yeah, these look a little more buy to open to me here. Your IV spikes when it comes in, spots filling up the ask. These I'd be more comfortable, you know, potentially taking something on. Again, I don't like the weekly short datedness on them, and CoreWeave again. Oh, it's kind of rolling over a little bit now. Kind of rolling over. These are up a little bit now. 278 up to 302. Yeah,
it's dicey for me though.
It's yeah. I just don't like
it's
the
not
short
crazy
datedness.
out of the money. It's a couple of % down. But 4 days, dude, on an upside trajectory, yeah, I'd have to see.
Yeah,
I'd have to see. If I followed something like this is something where I would buy a couple weeks out. These contracts are pretty fucking expensive.
Yeah, it'd be a day trade for me if I'm doing anything. I don't want to swing those overnight because look at our theta again. 56 cents if we don't even move a cent from here. And it's a lower delta, so you need about $1 and a little change there to kind of offset just 1 day of that theta. So that's kind of the way I look at it there too. I mean, hey, you could get a move down. You could get we could move down 8% tomorrow. You never know. You truly don't. But
literally anything can happen.
We could pop up another 35% tomorrow. Who knows? You don't know. But I mean, yeah, I'd say if I was going to take any of the CoreWeave flow that we looked at, that 112, 515 would be probably the best looking one out of all those. Then we also had a Sony call. Sony, I don't see a lot of Sony flow usually. Not a lot of Sony flow.
You can request tickers and shit, but you can't spam meme coins in my chat. Unfortunately, you are banned.
The only way to unban yourself.
Don't do that shit. Don't do that. Bye.
There's only one way to unban yourself, and
you
it's
not pumping shit
Venmo.
in my chat, kings and queens. Don't spam shit.
Probably Tucker.
Yeah, it's actually his alt account. He's trying to pump his meme coin.
It could be. Yeah, it's Tucker.
Tesla's ripping. Oh shit! Go see if there's any Tesla flow older than an hour. I hate to interrupt what you're talking about, but Tesla is absolutely pumping right now. It's up $9, and it's still going. Look at that. Nothing preemptive. Damn it. I was hoping we could see something spicy, but we don't. We don't. You don't even have to look down. We can tell right on that chart.
Yeah.
Those net premiums
big spikes.
They're ripping, but they're moving with the stock, not preemptive to it. I just wanted to see if anybody got something sneaky before the pop, but no.
Is there any news?
I don't know, but it's up like $15 from the bottom, and it's still going.
Cybertruck wheels fell off or something over the weekend.
Oil? Is it because of...
I mean, the market's not popping.
No, the Nasdaq finally made its new high. Hopefully, any bulls that were sitting through that travesty of a range got to take some profit at that. Dude, they hit 29,440 to the tick. Perfect tap of 440. Interesting.
Tesla's not even showing up on my top net impact chart yet either. Yeah. It's slightly.
Yeah, it's moving in tandem. I was kind of hoping we would see something spicy beforehand, but it doesn't look to be the case. That's all right.
No. All right, I'll head back to these Sony.
But it's
calls
juicing,
here.
dude. It was like it's up $20 from the bottom. It bottomed out around 417. It's trading at almost 438. Why? Was there any like new? The only news I see is 3 hours ago, and it's about their recall, which isn't good news. The fuck? Is it? Damn, I was really hoping we'd find something spicy to talk about, and we didn't. Damn.
I was gonna say, did Trump say something about Tesla? Because he's speaking right now. Just talking about Iran right now.
A lot of stuff like that coming, Patrick. I promise, including 1 minute time intervals. But yes, to answer your question, yes, on the horizon.
So Sony too, a name I don't see a lot of option flow on Sony. Usually we do have earnings in 2 days.
It's up 6% today, just cause. The fuck?
I guess 21,000 contracts. So it's an opener. Let's just kind of take a peek here and see if we find anything in here though. Ooh. Okay, so a little earlier stuff too. Let's go back down here again. Oops, or not, I messed it up.
Brad sent me a thing. Apparently Elon's going to join President Trump on his trip to China. Looks like they're going to try to slip some Tesla into the U.S.-China trade and AI discussions. I'm gonna be real though. I've never been big on Tesla stock. I felt it's been overvalued since like 2018. That said, Chinese EVs are popping off. Even the Ford CEO drives a Chinese electric vehicle, and all of those big up folks in manufacturing are all saying that Chinese EV is pretty much the new gold standard, and they're beating us dramatically in quality and affordability. I don't know if that's a fact or not, but if the Ford CEO is using that instead of anything made by his own company, there might be some truth to that. I don't know if they're going to love rebuilding the Tesla presence when they've done so well with their own EVs, so I'm curious to see how that shakes out. And some of those EVs look sharp as hell, I gotta say.
I thought I saw something about Toyota wanting to have like a $20,000 brand new truck or something. I was like, oh, dude, they will wipe the market.
Oh yeah,
if they have something that cheap. Yeah, that's.
Hold on, I'm gonna look up what exact the Xiaomi SU7 is. What the Ford SEO drives. Sorry, SEO. Jesus Christ, CEO. I mean, that's kind of sharp. I don't know, dude. This is what the Ford CEO drives instead of a Ford. He
probably gets a free company car too. So like you're driving.
Yeah, this is a decision that the CEO made to do. The CEO of a U.S. manufacturer.
He can get every car they make.
Yeah. Dude, this straight up looks like a McLaren.
Yeah, it does.
Dude, it looks like,
Kinda
look at,
like
there's a
that
little
color.
sneak preview up there. It looks, that's funny. But yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see how that shakes out. I don't know if,
I thought I saw something too about he was gonna bring Jensen Huang with him too for Nvidia. And can you imagine?
all right,
if
hold on. Someone from your server, Rich Dog, just sent me this contract. Look at this shit.
Oh boy!
Look at this shit.
Holy crap!
Bruh. Brad sent one too. The 420C for 520 if you want to pull that one up. But look at this. A lot of midfills. It's kind of shaky. Those ones at the open, though, that's a clear opener at the ask. We have found our preemptive flow. Look at this shit. Rich, good eye. Doubled. This is doubled now. This is over 100% already.
What's one Brad sent you again?
He sent the 420, the 420 call for 520.
For 520, okay. 520, okay.
Do we have two preemptive pieces of flow on Tesla?
Brad's looks good too. Brad's all came in at the ask too. 1,000 contracts, 1.2 milli, 1213 a contract.
Send me the link to that one. I'm gonna drop these off to team.
All right. There's that one, and then let's do the 475. Yeah, the 475, man. Oof. 478 up to 1030. Jeez.
Yeah, dude. Dude.
Good eye. Good eye.
Both of these are up well over 100% right now.
Jeez. Absolute good eye there. I don't think anything hit my filter. I just want to go back and check. Oh, they did hit my filter there. 834, 65, 475. It did hit my filter. It was just that small little candle at the top, though.
Dude, holy shit.
That's what would have hit my filter. That
and the premium, like relative to the rest of the premium on the day, is like nothing burger. Like 1.9 million total on the contract now. Like, yeah, that's a lot. But this initial order that came in was 1.2 million, and on a stock like Tesla, that's not outlandish. And as you saw on the net premiums chart, it didn't do shit to the net premiums. It's been all downhill net premiums all day. So those were like blips relative to the overall options market on Tesla, and now they're both up well over 100%. Holy shit.
I think, I'm just looking through my notes because there was
what a dick.
Let me check this one. This could be another one. I saw this piece of flow.
You know what? I'm gonna
say
fuck those guys.
Oh, I was gonna say this guy nailed it, but no, it looks like they got out same day. Look, 411. Yeah, you got 3,400 there. Yeah, I was gonna say that because this hit the tape on Friday. I was gonna say this could have been a little opener, but man, I mean, I bet they're kicking themselves.
Brad found another one. 465 call, 605. Yo, fuck these guys.
Tesla,
come on.
465, 65. Got it right here.
Yep. Yup. Yup.
Pop that in there too. That's wild.
That's for goddamn ridiculous. I'm over it. I'm over it. Maybe I'll lump in these Tesla calls in tomorrow's not tomorrow's, Jesus, Thursday. Maybe I'll publish it early. I don't know. That's two preemptive flow tickers in the last 2 days. Intel and now Tesla. Some spicy bullshit going on is what I'm gonna say. And I'm not in on it, and that's lame. Ooh. Oh, they got so close. I can't talk shit if it's so close. Close enough as I needed the can you hover for it? Can you see if they touch 425? You bastards. Oh, you bastards. They got within pennies.
Man, this might be dude, this might be a little short setup here.
I'm not touching it.
Your call premium. I'm not touching it either.
I'm not touching
lunch soon, man. I ain't touching it when I'm gonna go eat food. What are you, crazy? Yeah, look at that 0 DTE on the index out of the money only premiums just absolutely drop there. SPY premiums, that's what's market tide doing. Not really anything on market tide.
Yeah, it's doing the same shit. Yeah, it's vibing. Nothing crazy going on.
Oh, you get a little headline coming in talking about the ceasefire right now. Ceasefire is unbelievably weak.
It is kind of cool to see basically the entire chat agreeing with me on Tesla, because usually I get flamed like crazy if I talk shit about Tesla.
Tesla's not the easiest name to trade. I don't care who you are.
Nah.
That name sucks.
Tesla bros will buy, and it's irrational as shit. Not that like anything in the markets remain rational. Don't get me wrong. Everything's just kind of batshit crazy in and of itself. But Tesla's like a special case. I don't play Tesla anymore. I lose them.
Yeah, I'm just not the hugest fan of it either. I mean, like if you get in the right direction, you catch a killer move. But man, it's just one of those where you gotta be cautious. Gotta be cautious. Man,
right,
we are coming up to that.
I really wanted them to tap it while we were live, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. They got close enough for me to talk a little bit of shit. Whatever. I'm going to flip us over to our cams only, talk a little bit about what we've got on the horizon for the show. Wednesday. It's not going to be the same thing as last week, but I am going to start giving some more gifts, essentially, some little special perks for viewers of the show. We're going to be doing regular sales for viewers only, and I'm not even going to announce it this time like we did last week. I'm going to just start doing it. That way we don't get people coming in being like, hey, it's a code, okay, bye. We only give it to the people like you guys that hang around. There's about 180 of you still hanging out. Thank you for sticking around this long. I don't think I could tolerate my dumb ass that long personally, but you've been here for almost 3 hours, and I love you for it. But we're bringing that back on Wednesday, so stay tuned for that per usual, as well as an update for my punishment for those of you who subscribed during the flash sale last week. We got about 50 of y'all in on that, and I said if you got 30, I would do one of our episodes in a French-made outfit. I'm going to have my girlfriend pick out which one tonight, and then I'm going to buy it, and then I'm going to get that show scheduled. Now, on top of that, like I said, we're changing the structure of the show little by little, trying to make it a little longer, adding an extra day, and starting to get some guests in to talk options, talk futures, talk their trading strategies. Even if they don't use the platform, I don't give a shit. I want you guys to learn. I want you to have differing points of view on how people trade versus just the way I scalp Periscope, just the way Anthony takes his flow trades. I want more diversity of thought. So what I want you guys who are still with us this long into the show to do, Tucker's going to drop my profile in the chat. Go ahead and pick any post on my page and comment or just raw tag me on your own page who you would like to see on the show and what topics you want covered on the show. So you can drop a name of one of your favorite traders or experts. You can drop just a general topic that I don't cover much that you want to see on the show and you want to learn more about. And I will find guests to go over those things with us from a point of view of an expert, not just a jabroni who scalps Periscope. So again, he's going to drop my profile in the chat. I don't give a shit if you follow me or not. Just tag me what you want to see on the show, and I will do everything I can to incorporate that shit. I want the show to keep being fun. You guys hang around for 3 hours with me and with Anthony and, oh God, with Tucker. I want to make it a little bit rewarding and let you guys learn more outside of our general shenanigans and giggles and gaffes. So let me know what you guys want to see on the show, aside from my beautiful furry cleavage in a couple episodes here. And we'll see who we can't get on and have some just general discussions while we go in and out of taking our trades. But other than that, guys, I think we're going to wrap up here. Let us know what you want to see. And again, those of you who are here in pre-market and you're still here, you guys are the reason I get to keep doing this show. So I appreciate you deeply. Keep coming and hanging out. I'll make sure we have discounts and perks for those of you who are here regularly. And until then, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in, folks.
See ya.
See ya.